Makes sense. Wow.
I can hear you.
So just turn your volume off, go downstairs, talk to the wife. We'll send you a text
Sure.
when we want you back.
Sure, cool.
Next
Good.
time he goes, we just communicate visually.
Oh yeah, and when you come back, you're going to need to refresh your character sheet.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes, cover your ears, and bend over because this is gonna get a little rough.
reach down and grab your ankles. Why? No reason.
Drop your drawers and touch your toes. I'm going to show you where the wild goose goes. I'm going to butter your bread.
All right, so when last we left our intrepid adventurers, Felix was searching. Felix was heading to the Tower of the Blackstaff to get in touch with the magical community here in Waterdeep. Gaston had found the local temple to Ogma and had made himself something of a celebrity. Told tales of where he had been, shared knowledge, shared books. Really tried to get into a rhythm. Sort of a whole schedule worked out. Had a whole schedule worked out from morning to night. Trying to fill his days with as much experiences and learning and disseminating knowledge as he can. It's going pretty well for Gaston. The Shame Circus? I don't know what we're calling it. That took place. Well,
it was funny.
It went, and it was not as well received by everyone involved, we'll say. It ended with Skippy biting the finger of the local captain of the guard, the Grung name being further drugged through the mud. People think that Grung are absolute savages, little more than upright walking beasts that can be trained and tamed. The name of the mountain clans of the dwarves has been absolutely besmirched, we'll say. And Nico ended with a couple of less teeth and is absolutely is unconscious after being bludgeoned to death by Boomer's skull.
Yeah.
Nico is now laying down in sort of a bloody heap. Boomer has like two of his teeth stuck in his head. Two of Nico's teeth stuck in Boomer's head. Nico is just, his face is just sort of this mass of blood and sort of ruin. His nose is not broken.
Yep.
Unbroken. But he is now, Nico is laying unconscious on the floor inside the little pavilion tent where the Shame Circus took place. Nico, go ahead and roll a d4 for me. Actually, I take that back. Go ahead and roll. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey.
Oh.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice. You didn't die.
All right, that's one save. All right, so that is one save. So you haven't died.
Good.
But you are still unconscious.
Yeah.
Skippy and Boomer. You are now looking down. Boomer, you are still pretty pissed, I imagine. And you are now looking down at the unconscious form of Nico that is lying in a pool of blood and broken teeth.
Can I attempt to try and calm down?
Let's see. He slapped you, shamed you.
Yeah, but he's like a brother to me too. So maybe like seeing what I've done to him, like, you know.
So you've worked
Like,
out some of that
give me an
aggression.
like-
give me a insight check.
Okay.
Give me an insight check with disadvantage.
Ew.
On
Oh,
yourself.
What the heck? Oh no! Damn it! I knew I forgot something. I guess I didn't download the new D&D Beyond thing for this laptop.
Oh,
the
Beyond
roll,
20?
like the roll 20,
Yeah.
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 Beyond 20.
Let me see if it works still. I might just roll it twice then.
Yeah.
Did anything pop up?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Shit.
That's
So I
good.
got a
You just tell us what
17.
you know, it's pretty far from
Um,
Hawaii to California.
Hold on. And I got a 9.
9. Yeah, still not really calmed down at that point. Still pretty pissed.
See if I can
Skippy, what
download.
would you like to do?
What's going on?
Skippy has been kind of like hitting Boomer on the back, telling him, I think like when we finished off last time, it was along the lines of like, it's not worth it, Boomer, like trying to stop him.
Boomer
But as
disagrees.
You
Skippy
can't
is
kill
kind
him
of like,
within city limits. Drag him outside the city first.
They've
Really
got
showing
rules
that
for
high
it.
intelligence there.
I've been studying the rules at least, yeah. So
Yeah.
I know that murdering Nico is probably not the smartest thing to do, but
Yet.
yeah, Skippy feels pretty upset that the Grung going into this circus idea with the Grung, like the prospect of making the Grung seem to be a more educated and less savage people than maybe maybe it ended up looking like. So yeah, Skippy feels pretty pissed. Sees Nico lying there. It's kind of like, well, we did just at least like the money that we just earned. Like I feel that Boomer and I deserve to have that. So Skippy probably goes over to Nico and like rummages around looking for the money that we just that he was
He
just
gave
like,
you half of it already.
you gave me 200,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nico did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico did give you 200.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if I know where Nico was like Nico putting the money
Let's
in.
say, who was counting other than Nico? He
Yeah,
probably
no.
has more on him. You should
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Take half of what he has.
Well, that's it. Like, I don't know where Nico keeps his money, so Skippy's
everywhere.
not that, like, yeah.
Prison
Skippy
wallet.
would probably, like, look around until I found, like, a money purse and take that. So it depends which one it is that I find.
Go
as
ahead
how
and
much
give
of
me.
Nico's
Go ahead
in
and give me. Go ahead and give me a perception. Give me a perception check.
it. Can I use my passive perception?
Are you
Yeah, you
just
can use your
standing
passive
there, not really
perception,
trying
it's
to
fine.
look.
I can
for it?
let me try actually. I have quite a high perception modifier. Oh yeah, that's worth it.
Ooh.
Yeah, you find whatever you want. You go through them pretty thoroughly. You find everything.
Everything. Do you have any like funky stuff that I didn't know about? Wasn't there something that you took of mine actually?
The blunted steak.
Oh. No, I definitely still have that.
The innocuous state.
It was a long time ago.
No, I don't think. Did I? Ball gown.
It might have. Oh yeah, the ball gown. It might have just been like alcohol or something.
I've still got the damaged portrait from the winery.
Do you think how have you carried that?
That guy's poor dead wife.
Yeah. I think we were going to try and fix it at some point, and I kind of just it fell off the to-do list somewhere along the way.
Cherish memento. Ah, well.
I would probably just like grab one of your many bags of money. So I don't know. We could say that. Well, you've got like so much on you, right?
There's a few fancy shiny things, or just money, I guess.
He's got a
222
platinum, bunch of gold, bunch of silver.
What's have you got anything on you that would make Skippy look particularly intellectual, like any monocles or something?
Hang on.
Well, he's got his jewel eye patch.
Glasses.
There's lots of fine jewelry pieces, so at least one of those is probably like, you guess you could say it's like a monocle or something.
He's got his jeweled eye patch, and he's got the cloak of billowing.
Ooh.
Oh, Skippy wants the cloak of billowing.
Yeah, Boomer will be like, yeah, it's good. I used to have it.
You traded it.
Skippy wants the cloak of billowing.
Yeah,
and also
yours.
Skippy's like saying, asking Boomer, like, Boomer, is there anything here that was yours or you need? And also, how much are your tattoos? Because we might as well like take the money for your tattoos.
He doesn't know.
Well, then we need to guess.
Well,
I don't know.
We should take just
I reckon
all of his
at
money.
least like 1,000 gold or something.
Yeah, take it all, return what you don't
take
want
all of his money.
to keep.
Okay, if Boomer's telling me to take all his money, I'll take all his money.
Boomer's like, take it all.
Take all the money.
What's your dignity worth?
Can Skippy carry that much?
Nico's got quite good at kind of balancing the load out.
Skippy can't carry it, but Boomer can.
That's true.
Boomer will do so.
All right, so you are going to be in possession. Hold on a second.
Is this circus on my way to the Black Staff?
What's up?
I said, is this circus show on the way to my Black Staff?
Let's see. You were at the Church of Lathander. And then you wanted to go to the Black Staff. Let's see. They're right there. No, you wouldn't pass by it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. Hold on just a second.
Do you want to get in a piece of the Nico looting action?
No, just like, oh, wow, that is a terrible show. This can't get any worse.
Just gonna test
All
something
right.
out here if this works.
Yeah, that worked.
Nice.
Yep. Good job. I'll remember to set the criticals to perfect rolls, because I don't think that's the default setting.
Yeah. All right. So, Boomer, you are now in possession of 222 platinum,
Jesus.
1,226 gold,
Jesus.
1,920 electrum.
Jesus.
I want some too.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Give it a
whatever
couple.
is, like, left over for my tattoo, you could have all that.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm coming with you for the tattoo. I might get a tattoo
Okay.
as well.
But we
1,000.
should... I mean, are we going to... I mean, this is Matt asking, not Boomer.
Yeah.
Are we going to heal Nico?
Heal him? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you were
heal
gonna
him.
get your level. You were gonna get your like level 2
Level 2 administration certificate.
Yeah.
administration. Yeah.
Well, Boomer still isn't calmed down yet.
I
Well,
think the only
That
thing
might-
that's
need to
over
be
there
calm
being
for
acts
it?
at the moment.
Well, like part of like level 2.
If you want to heal him and not pop his head off, yeah, I'd probably recommend not be raging while you're trying to heal him. But that's I mean, you do you, man. We'll see if you calm down. Nico, go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw as they are rummaging through your you.
Hey, I'm still doing pretty well.
Good. Still.
How much platinum was it
You are
again?
still up.
Platinum was 222.
It is 222 platinum.
Okay.
1,226 gold.
What?
Yep.
1,920 electrum.
Jesus. 1,028?
Put it in the chat.
1,920. It's in the chat now, yeah.
Oh, I'll just look at that. That's going to be so much easier.
Yep.
And 11 copper.
And 11 copper for whatever. Like that's just walking around
Can we-
money, I guess.
Can we leave the copper on Nico?
Yeah, you can leave the 11 copper if you'd like.
Put him over his eyes.
Yeah.
But to do that, you have to take his eye patch. And Nico's getting
And
off.
Skippy, you now have the Cloak of Billowing. Nico, you have lost the Cloak of Billowing.
Is that something I have to add myself, or do you have? Is it like a special item?
No, it's an item.
It's a wondrous
it's in the
item.
campaign.
Oh, do I search for it?
I don't know if I can. Can I give it to you, or is that something you have to do, Ed?
She can. So just delete it off your character sheet.
Yeah.
And Skippy, go ahead and I can do it, or you can do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nico, you got like 10 times the solvent cash that I do. Pretty much across the board. Well,
Nico's been
had.
gathering money for some time.
I've added it.
There we go. It is removed.
Oh, so cool.
Skippy, when you put on the Cloak of Billowing, it changes from the shadowy cloak that was on Nico. And how would you like the cloak to look?
Oh, I want it to look like kind of like a university scholar.
Oh wow!
Like
Nice.
some kind of like, so I look like one
Doctoral
of those
robes.
Yeah, like a doctoral
Yeah.
robe.
So you have your
Can I
grung
get like
leather
one
armor.
of the like the like the floppy hat as well? Can it be? Can that be incorporated?
Doesn't extend to the hat.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for one of them.
But like the
You've
big
got enough
shoulders.
money to
So
buy
you'll
one,
have
you
your grung leather armor with this like sort of velvet cloak.
You can
sort
buy a
of
really
behind
nice
you.
hat for 200 platinum.
Yeah. University. I'll look. I'll have to find out like what's the most prestigious university colors, and I want it to match that. And it would have to be something like a medical class, so that because of course like I'm world renowned for my healing abilities.
You're
Right.
infamous.
Ed, how much time would you say has gone by since I attacked Nico?
Oh, I mean, maybe a couple of minutes.
Okay. So, so my rage usually ends in combat if I haven't attacked someone or if I haven't been attacked between a round.
Okay, so yeah, your rage subsides as you're sort of like going through Nico's pockets. You've got all his money. He is laying there. Unconscious. He looks like he's doing okay. He's still not completely stable, but he's definitely unconscious and missing a couple of teeth. Well, he's not. Well, they're not missing. They're in your forehead. It's not like they didn't like disappear.
You know where they are.
I made sure that before the game started that I watched like the last 20 minutes of last game, so I, made sure I didn't feel sorry for
You're focused.
Yeah,
I did that last
Nico.
night as well.
Good.
Gotta,
And then it's all right back in there.
Nico, go ahead and give me a con saving throw.
Hey, wow!
All
I'm
right.
using up all my good rolls.
All right, and then go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
2.
Yeah, so he looks like he's he's now like he doesn't look like he's in any trouble of like choking on his own blood or anything like that. He's unconscious, but he looks to be fine.
I'm in recovery position.
That just face down.
Boomer will take the teeth out of his forehead,
Yep.
put them back in his mouth.
You put him in your own mouth?
No, in Nico's mouth.
Wow.
Oh, I hurt just thinking about that.
Oh man.
All right, so yeah, Boomer, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Sure. Boomer
Oh,
is
man.
known
Skippy's
for
just
his
gonna-
medicine
day.
checks.
Skippy's just taking notes. It's all part of the ongoing assessment
Hmm.
for Boomers.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot higher than I thought I was going to get.
That's pretty
13,
good.
not too bad. Yeah, I mean they're a little crooked, but you jammed them back in there pretty good.
Are they in the right hole?
Yeah,
Or
are
has
they
it
in the
got, like,
right
a
hole, or
molar
are
in
they
it?
like?
Are they facing backwards?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, turns out putting teeth back in is actually a fairly involved procedure. You did pretty good. You got him in the right hole. One of them is backwards. Well, and when not backwards, upside down.
Oh man.
So the root part's down, like you jammed the tooth. You're like, I don't know, that looks pretty good. You kind of jammed it in there, kind of got them both in there. You're like, that's pretty good.
I'm not
And
a
you kinda,
doctor,
like-
man.
And you grab his face and you kind of squish it to make him like you go, oh yeah, look at that. You're like, yeah, there you go.
Wait
That's
till you when
fine.
this discussion's over. I'm putting y'all on mute.
Yeah, think we should heal him now.
Yeah. Did Boomer? Have I got back all of my possessions now? Because Boomer was carrying all my stuff before, so I can. If I've got that back, I'll have a rummage for. Not only a regular healing potion, I think. Not a good one.
All right.
You're going to have a rummage in Nico.
Yeah.
I need to check. Yeah, he might have stolen it.
What's in the Nico inventory?
I have no
so
potions.
you're gonna heal him?
I'm gonna teach Boomer. Is Boomer still raging?
No, he's not.
Okay, then I think Boomer, are you ready for level 2 of the healing course?
Oh yeah,
The
I
ground.
had some.
Boomer ready.
I had some ale. You'd probably take that, right? I would assume.
The ale? Nah, I think we would.
No, I was
maybe...
talking about Boomer.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Boomer would probably take that.
Drink it all right there.
Yeah, that's what I do. I drink it all.
Can you save a little bit of the ale and like use it to lube your arm up?
Sure.
For the...
Surprised you're not using grung poison to.
Well, there's probably a bit of grung poison around just because I'm touching stuff. But so Skippy will hand over one of a potion of healing to Boomer and roll Nico over.
Yeah.
Boomer will look at Skippy like this, like.
Yeah, the narrow end first.
Oh. Makes sense.
Why
Makes
is there a
sense.
handle on this side?
I'm
But
glad
then, you
you're here
know-
to supervise.
But since you already passed level 1, so I think now it's all up to you.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm just gonna be. I'll be over here taking. I've got
Notes.
my little clipboard and assessment.
Do you concur?
I'll attempt to heal Nico then through the butt.
All right. You gonna take his pants off, or are you just going through?
Did I take his pants off last time?
No.
I
No.
think wasn't he? I don't think so. No.
No. So
Nope.
No.
All right.
pants on.
Yeah. So he's laying there. Pants are still on. Go ahead and give me a strength athletics check to see if you can bust through them pants.
Nice. So I get advantage.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, you got through the pants, all right.
I think you might have come out the
You
other
got
side.
through the pants.
Is it the same pair of pants with like a freshly sewn patch and just right
So,
through the same
yeah,
Boomer's like, "Eat up, Chuck."
so the bad news is you've knocked his teeth out again.
Well, I'll have to fix that.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So
It's such
I
a
guess,
disproportionate response.
while while he's butt chugging it, I'll parents are looking at me.
With the same hand, presumably.
Well, I mean, technically with a 27, he's not butt chugging it anymore. You've administered it orally, just like through the back. Like,
I'll attempt to put the teeth back in.
wait, did you take your hand out first, or
What each end?
You try.
like you're just kind of doing one of these things? You're
Yeah.
like, hold on, while I got it in here, let me just.
Turn around like a puppet.
I don't know.
Oh, Nico,
I'll do an
whoa.
intelligence check to see if I do that.
An intelligence check.
Skippy's just like,
Hey,
16.
Oh.
Professor Boomer.
Yeah, you see that it's more advantageous to leave your hand in and put the teeth in, because now you've got it from two different angles and you can get the teeth straight.
Cool.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check with advantage.
Okay. Advantage.
There you go, Nico. Benefits of being partly shadow stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this time the teeth really did not go back in good, man. Like, you really kind of fucked it up. Like, so you got your
I'm holding him in one end, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're putting them in. You're trying to get it in there. You're like,
You both have 3 of those teeth, right?
well, and
was it
you're
2
like,
or 3?
you knocked out the 2 front ones. And so you're trying to get them back in, but and you're trying to hold on to the potion bottle at the same time. You're like, well, hold on, if I just jam the potion bottle in there, it'll keep his mouth open, and then I can kind of work around. But you kept clinking into the thing. Eventually, you managed to get him.
difficult maneuver.
You managed to get them jammed up in there, but they're in the opposite holes and upside down.
Oh.
And the potion bottle broke a little bit. Not, it didn't it just a little bit chipped off.
Oh, okay.
Still don't feel bad.
Yeah. Okay. Now go ahead and pull the broken bottle out.
Okay, so you want medicine or
No, go ahead.
Or
And
athletics.
Just go ahead and give me athletics. Athletics to see how clean you can pull that thing out.
okay?
There's nothing clean about where it's been.
Oh wow.
Right. Yeah, 24.
Wow.
You pull it out. You pull it out pretty fast. You pull it out fast enough that he inhales a little bit on the way out. As you
I'm
actually
sorry.
pull you pull the vacuum a little bit. Go. When you pull that thing out.
The
Very
yeah.
impressed.
So all that's to say, go ahead and roll 2d4 for me, Matt.
which Matt?
Matt Farnsworth, Boomer.
Okay.
2. Nico, you heal for 2 hit points.
Awesome.
Wow. That was with 2d4.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2. So you heal for 4 hit points.
Okay.
Yes.
That was impressive.
So
Skippy's pretty satisfied though. I'm signing off
Yeah.
Boomer's level 2 certificate.
you're all,
That's
that
actually,
looks excellent. Stamp,
A special award in minor dentistry.
Awesome. Achievement unlocked.
Professor Boomer.
Skippy's got the cape of billowing, just flowing
Yeah.
as it
Nice.
passes over shaking Boomer's hand. Congratulations, Dr. Boomer.
Yeah. You Skippy, you look
Awesome
very
distinction.
scholarly in your velvet cloak. And it also has the sash
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
or, the
yeah.
thing that says that oh no, you've earned your doctorate. It's
Yeah.
got that on the front of the cloak,
Mm.
so people know.
Does
Excellent.
Nico come too?
Yeah, Nico comes too. Nico, your mouth is a little sore. Your butt's a lot sore.
Your head's sore.
Your head's pretty sore. Your face is kind of a mess. It's caved in a little bit. But yeah, you come to with you see Skippy in scholarly robes, and Boomer is shaking Skippy's hand.
You're like, how long was I out?
Long enough for us to have rectified what went wrong at the circus.
Nothing. What went wrong? What went wrong at the circus? It went off perfectly.
Yeah, it did in the end.
Take it, Boomer. You're satisfied now?
We're tattoo place.
Right. I'll probably just spit out the
Boop.
Boomer
Your two teeth just sort of clink out of your face, like just plink plink.
Oh,
Man,
You're
bringing
sort
back
of
all kinds of bad memories here, man.
Boomer will extend a hand like he's going to help Nico out, up.
Mhm.
And then when Nico reaches, he'll just kind of do this. Walk away.
I see how it is.
Oh.
Well, okay. I think we need to head this way. I'll start leading them towards where the tattoo place is.
Okay, you're gonna go with them.
I'll start leading them that way.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to start heading towards. So what are you taking them to? Just a traditional tattoo shop?
No, Boomer wanted a fancy one, so it'd be like a magical tattoo place.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna take them to one of the probably up into the no, not there. Yeah, you'd probably go towards the castle, which you guys would sort of head south. Okay, so yeah, so you guys head off. All right, let's do.
I'll disguise self to make myself not look like I've just been absolutely beaten to death.
All right.
And not look like me either. I'll be back to the dock worker again.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's leave that group. We're gonna head over to Felix, who is making his way to the Blackstaff's tower. Felix, you come upon this large tower in the castle ward.
Okay. What appropriate approach? Just walking up to the steps or waiting?
Yeah, so the Blackstaff, so the sort of the lower level of the Blackstaff's tower is open for, sort of more or less to the general public. Like you can go in and, there's people there you can talk to and whatnot. Obviously the upper reaches of the tower are sort of by invitation only. But you can certainly walk into the tower, and you, as you approach the tower, you can tell that. So the tower itself doesn't look very big as you're approaching it. I mean, it looks like it's maybe sort of 50-ish feet in diameter.
Okay.
Doesn't look very big. The moment you step inside, though. Clearly there is some sort of magic going on here because the inside is very big. You walk in and it's like this massive cavernous. You're all gonna step out, look inside. You're like, clearly mages reside here. Like you're like, oh, okay. Like I all right. Well, clearly we can't have 4 of us get together and not show the fuck off. Like, all right. Fine.
All right. I guess head to what I think would be reception.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a desk. There's a desk sitting, kind of off towards the back and off to one side. You see a desk. There's a young woman in plain brown robes, and she is writing some. She's busy writing something. She got like this quill in her hand, and she's very very busily taking notes on something as you approach.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to.
She holds up a finger. Yes, how may I help you? And when she looks up to you to talk to you, she takes her hand off the quill, but it stays upright and continues writing.
Yes. We recently made port here, and we had 3 magicers on board, and they extended an invitation for me to come and discuss. And I was hoping that maybe we could have a little they help me, I help them situation.
I see. These were the mage cadre from the City Watch?
Yes, I believe that
I see.
was them.
Your name? And
Felix.
you see she pulls out this ledger and starts running her finger down. Your name?
Felix, from the boat, the Winds of Tanith.
Felix Winds, and she runs her finger down and she says, Felix, Winds of Tanith, and her finger gets to the bottom, and then she sits back and the book goes sort of the pages sort of flip back and forth, and then it flops open on a page kind of towards the back, and your name briefly flashes gold and then goes back to sort of black ink, and she goes, here we are. Oh, yes. How interesting. And you can see there's writing. You see your name is written clearly, but then there's some notes in some script that you can't read. She says, yes, they will see you now. Of course. Yes, if you head just back over there, she points to the center of the room. She says, if you head there, stand and just stand in the circle. I shall get you to your destination.
Sounds good. Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. And she goes back and she puts her hand on the quill and just continues writing without even breaking stride on what the quill was writing by itself. So you head over to the circle?
Yep.
Yeah, so you head over to the circle, and
anything being magic inclined myself, would I see anything malicious or to tell me what to do?
Give me an Arcana check. Yeah, you're looking at this. This looks like it has the same structure as a circle of teleportation, but you can tell that this is it's like inscribed into the floor, and you don't recognize there's some stuff that's not standard on it, but you're looking at it, you're like that's probably. It's keyed to other locations in the tower. Like it's the reason it doesn't look like it's quite standard is because it's not meant to go far. Like it's meant to be inside this pocket dimension that is this tower.
Okay. So yeah, I'll walk up to it, no problem, and wait to be buzzed in, I guess.
Yeah, you step on the portal, you see it you see the circle glows briefly, and then you see the some of the runes around the outside. They sort of light up one by one, bleep bleep bleep, until it stops on one of the runes on the circle. There's a bright flash, and then you are no longer in the lobby. You are now in what looks like a garden.
Okay. Do I see anyone with me in the garden?
No, so there's nobody in the garden with you. Although when you look down at the ground, you're sort of looking around. You can hear like waterfalls and some like animal noises and whatnot. It's a very lush looking garden. The sky overhead, however, is it's blue, but it's a constant blue. Like there's no, like when you look at the horizon and up, like there's no change in the color. Like it's a little too
Perfect.
solid. Like you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's clearly some sort of illusory. There's clearly some sort of illusory magic at work here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's in front of you, there's a path that leads kind of, meanders through the garden, and you can see the stones, the stones on the path are lighting up like blink, 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 blink.
Okay.
Blink, 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 like that.
So I'll go ahead and walk on the hopefully obvious footpath.
Yeah, you walk, you follow the path through until you come around a corner and you see a rather tall, dark-skinned woman in purple robes with what looks like silver and gold embroidery on the robes. And she has a book open in her hand, and she's looking at what is a rose bush. But every time she looks at the book, she's flipping through the book, and you see her reach out and touch one of the roses. And one time she touches it, and the rose turns into a butterfly, and it sort of open and closes its wings. And then another time she touches the same butterfly, and then it turns into a lemon. But then the lemon turns pink, and then it turns back into a flower, and then she touches it again, and she's sort of going through this, like she's reading something, like she's clearly reading and testing something.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Don't mean to interrupt, but I was told to come up here and meet with someone from the magical order here at the Black Staff.
And she will turn and she goes, "Ah, you must be from the Winds of Tanith, which I now understand goes by the name of Tanith."
Yes. It is a sentient boat.
Says, interesting. My name is Vajra, and she closes the book and puts it, and she extends her hand. She says, "I am the Black Staff of Waterdeep."
Nice to meet your acquaintance. Thank you for
Says,
taking.
Of course. I was told that you were a member of the cult of Osiris.
Yes.
Is this true?
If I haven't had any contact for quite a while, and I'd like your help to find my order.
And she says, "Well, unfortunately, that order was outlawed in Waterdeep. Kind of looks off. She says, 200 years or so ago, there was this pogrom against necromancers of any kind. We understand. We in our community understand that the cult of Osiris was one of the more benevolent orders of necromancers, but the wheels of bureaucracy move very slowly."
Do you have any way for me to get in contact with them, or where they might have gone underground?
Well, you won't find them here in Waterdeep. I can tell you where I believe one of their houses still exists. It is quite a journey from here.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
And she says, of course, and she waves her hand. She waves her hand over the or she just waves her hand through the air, and this massive map appears in the air. And she says, now we're here. She touches the map, and this like sort of like pulse of like golden light goes ping, sort of pings on the map. And you see and when she touches it and this ping of golden light goes in, you zoom in, the view of the map sort of comes rushing towards you, and you see Waterdeep. The city of Waterdeep, sort of a bird's eye view of Waterdeep, sort of splayed out, and then it continues to zoom in, and then you see on top of the tower a little tiny figure of you and her talking on top of the tower, with a little miniature map, and she looks to the side to sort of gauge your reaction at seeing this.
I'm guessing, seeing as the whole TARDIS experience and everything, this wouldn't be too far off the map, pun intended, on what they're capable of.
Right. Yeah. So she, she looks at you, and I assume you got like a little smile.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not like frowning or pissed off or anything, right?
No, and especially seeing how it's grown. Right. I'm assuming the whole map
Right.
has grown, so kind of just a slight wonderment.
Yeah. So she gives a little smile, and she says, "Forgive me. I don't get to do this often, and I actually quite enjoy it myself." And then she says, "Now, where you want to go, the last known home, the last known house of Osiris," and she, motions with her hand, and you zoom away from Waterdeep, back out. You see the whole Sword Coast sort of laid out before you, and she spins the she spins the map. There we go. She gestures. She makes a gesture, and she spins the map away from the Sword Coast. And she says, where you wish to travel is here, and spins the map sort of south and east.
Okay.
And she puts her finger in this large desert area, and it kind of, again, this little pulse of golden light, and it zooms in. She says, this town, she said, the city of Farouk, here in the desert, is the last known house of Osiris.
I will write that down.
Forgive me when I say the last known house. It is the last house that I know of. That is not to say that it is the only house in existence, but it is the one that I know that is still in operation and in good standing.
Okay.
And then she says, would you like this location given to you permanently?
At what cost?
At no cost. I understand you have relics that need to be delivered there, and I understand how important it is to have relics of this history and power delivered to their rightful place.
Yes, I wouldn't mind having an easier way to find this location.
So you see her, she grabs the map as she reaches up and grabs sort of makes this grabbing motion, and the whole thing sort of sucks into her hand. And it sucks into her hand, and then you see this, it turns to a ball of light, and you see the light travel up her finger, and she reaches over and lightly touches you on the forehead. And instantly, the whole thing that she put, this whole thing with the map where it zoomed in on Waterdeep, it zoomed out, and then the whole rotation, you can see it clearly in your head. And if you, and you also have the knowledge of how to create this map.
Okay.
This sort of illusory map of how to do this. And she taps you on the forehead. She says, "A little gift from the Tower of the Black Staff.
Thank you.
There is something I would like to ask you, however.
Please. Go ahead.
If I could, I would like the opportunity to speak with you and possibly to examine the artifacts that you have. I understand they are your orders, and I would never dream of taking them. But the opportunity to examine artifacts of this power does not come around very often. And if I could but look at them and examine them, I would be greatly appreciative.
I don't see a problem with that. And while we're there, you could talk to the boat.
Does it truly speaks? It has a will of its own.
Yes, it has made its will known that it wishes to sail with our group.
This is phenomenal. And the report said that the boat, it can sail on its own. It can move under its own power.
There's a permanent crew on board.
I see.
But so, as the recent position on necromancers that you've illuminated to, that maybe not everybody would be too appropriate to the skeletal nature of the crew.
I see. But this is benign, yes? This is not an enslavement?
No, from what I can gather, some of the artifacts that were left on board were able to transfer some of the crew's life essence into the vessel itself and the crew.
Remarkable.
And they had no desire to leave and to spend the rest of their unnatural lives aboard.
That is remarkable. Yes. Unfortunately, my schedule is completely full today. Would it be possible to visit the ship tomorrow?
Yeah, what time?
And she makes a wave of her hand, and this sort of spectral ledger sort of opens up before her, and she looks. It's got sort of this calendar. This you see times and this sort of calendar table. She looks at it, and she says, I think 3 bells past midday. Would that work?
I don't believe I have any plans tomorrow. I should probably be aboard the boat.
Excellent. I will be there. Would it be all right if I brought 2 of my colleagues with me?
That should be fine as long as you vouch for them. You've been a great host here.
Yes, of course. I cannot thank you enough for allowing us this opportunity.
And then I'll drop my disguised self and just be like, "Don't be alarmed if you're greeted by this face tomorrow."
She gives you the briefest of smiles, and she says, "Yes, I was able to see through your illusion. I apologize. There may be something that we could do about your appearance. I make no promises. But there are some people here that have some experiences with curses. I assume this was a curse that you ran afoul of while adventuring.
Yes, and it's also an unpleasant reminder for me to maintain the path I'm on.
I see. You do not wish to change it?
Not at this time. I haven't atoned for enough yet to deserve an unblemished face.
So you, when you say this, you see this look in her eye of sort of deep sadness sort of come into her eye. I mean, just for a moment, and then it's gone. And she says, I unfortunately understand, and I respect your decision. You walk a difficult path, but
Hopefully not for long.
there's a little smile comes onto her face. She says, "Of course." Well, I apologize. I must keep our meeting brief. I have other business, but I will, of course, see you tomorrow. Thank you
Great.
very much, Felix.
I look forward to seeing you again.
And she says, "Would you like me to show you the way out, or?"
Yes, please.
And she says,
Planes traveling is a bit fresh to me.
"Of course, of course. Please come with me." And yeah, she takes you along, and she takes you back on the exact same path that you walked in on, but the scenery has changed. Instead of sort of this garden that you're in, as you step past the little alcove that you were in with her, as soon as you step through, you step into a forest, sort of this pine forest. You walk through this forest, and you kind of crest the top of this hill. And on the top of this hill, you see this stone slab. You step on the stone slab. The runes light up on the slab. You see the runes around the outside flash until it stops on one. There's a flash of light, and then you're on the back in the lobby, on the circle in the lobby.
Okay.
And she walks you through the front door of the tower. She says, "It was very nice to meet you. I unfortunately would recommend restoring the illusion that you had in place. I think you'll find a much better reception in town with that in place, unfortunately."
Yes, thank you. And then
she bids you farewell. And walks back into the tower. Where is Felix heading at this point?
back to the boat.
Okay.
It's probably getting closer
All right. Yeah. So you're going to make your way
to the end of the day, right?
Yeah. It's definitely towards afternoon, heading into evening.
Okay.
All right. So you're heading back to the boat. Let's go to Gaston. So Gaston, you have had a busy day or two in the tower or in the Temple of Ogma. You've been lecturing, passing on notes. They've given you a guide to take you through town. You've expressed your interest in exploring Waterdeep. Of course, they've hooked you up with historians. Any questions that you want to know. This is sort of the place where you were at. You said you wanted to give the bones of Lathander, the bones of the saint, to the temple of to the head guy. Oh, so the head priest. So his name, the head guy of this temple is Ragam.
How do you spell that?
Ragam.
Okay.
Last name Huffin. Huffin.
That's
The
what I
head
thought you said.
priest is the head. He's the head priest of this temple.
All right. Yeah, I was because I'm not familiar with the politics and the people involved.
Yep.
If he knows how to sweeten the deal using the bones of the Saint of Lathander, rather than me just stumbling in there and making random demands, with my charisma as low as it is, it's probably better if somebody else does it.
Yeah, so Ragam will gladly take those, and he says, yes, we will have them build a university, a house of learning for the common people of Waterdeep. This is something that is long past due, something that should have been in place long ago. But we will persuade the priests of the Morning Lord to talk to the merchants of this town and convince them that this is something good, that is something not only good for the town, but is also good for them. Very excited about having those. And you also, so you spend a great deal of time with which he is known as the first clerk, is sort of the title.
First clerk, alrighty.
So you spend a great deal of time with him in the temple. He takes you around a lot. There's a lot of banquets and stuff, lunch, there's a lot of meals and things that you're sort of held in your honor where, various people come and meet you and talk to you. You're talk about your plane topping and all that stuff. You go around town. So you are given, they do give you a guide. It's a paladin that goes with you. That takes you around town.
Willing to partake in my activities as well.
What's up?
If he's willing, I'm more than happy to have him join me in some of those activities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does join in some of the stuff, but some of the other things he doesn't. They're not. I mean, Ogma is not a particularly militant order. So they're, he's with you, but he's a little more. It's not like one of the guys from Helm or something like that. Those uptight assholes. Like he's not. They're not exactly a militant order. So one of the times that you're out, when you're sort of out and about, this is late-ish at night. You and the paladin that has gone with you, his name is Josiah. You two are frequenting sort of the red lightish district, and he's showing you around, like there's all the different all the different houses that are here, and some of them are general, some of them specialize in different things. If you're into whatever, you can find it here. And he's sort of, showing you, that's sort of the specialty area over there. This is more general. This, if you're into sort of, if you want to host a party, the ones over here are better. He's kind of, showing you around. Give me a perception check.
I'll just use my passive perception because he's probably looking at everything on the planet rather than anything.
Okay,
my passive is a 15.
15. Okay. So let me do this. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So you, as you're walking along, yeah, still. So as you're walking along, you suddenly you feel this wind kind of pick up behind you, and you suddenly get hit from behind. You're sort of enveloped in this like small cyclone, and you are hit from behind a couple of times.
Alrighty. I don't care what she told you. I'm not your daddy.
What's your AC?
Currently unarmored, I'm assuming, since they're just wandering and sightseeing.
Yeah, if you're just sort of wandering around, yeah. If you think you would go sort of unarmored, so
Oh, yeah.
dexterity.
That would be 12.
Oh yeah, you got hit for sure. Yeah, so you suddenly get enveloped in this wind. You're surrounded by this wind, and you're kind of being bludgeoned by things that are inside the wind. And you are hit for let's see, 16. You hit for 20 damage.
Ooh. That wasn't comfortable. Turn around and see if I can figure out who or what has done that to me.
You turn, so you quickly turn around. Josiah also is sort of spinning around looking. You see no one.
Shout out, you're supposed to ask for a safety word first.
Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
It should show up shortly. And it will not be a very large number.
That's not bad. 12? I mean, it's not like great, but it's not too bad.
I'm no Nico or Boomer who seem to always have like 20s.
All right. Let's see.
At least I'm no Azkern either.
True.
Four. All right. So, oh, wow, one of them goes really, really fast. Okay. All right. So you're sort of on this. You're on this street, surrounded by kind of around people. No one seems to have noticed that you just got the crap kicked out of you by nothing. Except for Josiah, he's looking. He's looking around too because he just saw some blood kind of spurt out of your face, and there we go. Okay, so you got a 10, 12, and they got a... all right, so they are going to go first. And again,
Air elementals?
you see nothing. You can see the wind kind of blowing, but you can't see anything. And so there are some attacks coming at you.
So this is less than fun. Who do you think I am, Nico?
What's their plus to it?
Remember, I have the mighty.
Yeah,
AC of
your
12.
AC, your unarmored AC is what?
12.
12.
It's tough to hit.
Meat sack.
So only one hits you there. The next one attacks you.
That's a lot of big 20s.
And then another one hits you. And yeah, so these four. these 4. And then 2 more. All right. All right, so it's 6, 12, 15 plus 20, 25, 30, 35, 36. So you take 36 damage.
Now that got me to less than half health there in a hurry.
All right, you are up before Josiah.
I'm going to move, to my standard paladin position.
Yep.
Yeah. And then still saw nothing even with all those attacks.
Yeah. Basically, there's sort of wind blowing around you, but that's it.
Elementals, or do I think Quickling or something like it?
Give me a nature check.
Mm-hmm. Not fail at all.
25. Definitely elementals.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast protection from good and evil on myself,
Okay.
and then just sit there and like, not in the face, not in the face.
Just scream, not in the face. All right, so I do this right here. So Josiah goes up next. Let's see. Of course. So yeah, he goes up next. He is going to shield. He's going to shield you, as he can't see what the hell's happening. So he's like, he just knows he's supposed to protect you.
Well, not even Nico's got one of the locals killed yet.
Let's see.
Get jealous, Nico.
1-0, your move.
Yeah, so he's going to cast Shield of Faith on you. And then he is going to attempt to just sort of swinging his mace out in front of him. He's like, I don't know what's doing this. He does not hit. So he
But at least
with either attack.
At least he doesn't drop the mace and turn it into a Skippy blender.
Right. Yeah. So he guess on. So do you shout anything out at whatever it is that's?
Are you sure you have the right person?
Come at me, bro.
So a man will sort of step out of the crowd, like you didn't even see him there. He basically just sort of comes out of the crowd, but you now, he suddenly becomes, you can see him now. And he looks at you and he goes, "One warning. Lisa wants the jewels back. And she wants you to pay. You get one warning."
Well, I didn't actually take the jewels. She was really drunk and sold them to Bobby.
That's not my concern. Your concern is to have the jewels by tomorrow night. We know where your little boat is. We'll be at the docks tomorrow night. You have one chance.
Okay, it's bye. You know, you could have just said something over tea.
And he steps back into the crowd and then disappears. Like a couple of people pass in front of him and he's gone.
Yeah.
He's going to
Look
turn
up at
into
Josiah and go, man.
Yeah, Josiah looks at you and he goes, Who the fuck is Lisa?
Well, Lisa's one of my exes from one of the planes of existence I randomly fell onto.
How is what?
She's a bit of a stalker, but the jewels thing, she totally sold them. That was not me. She was drunk off of her mind.
Well, I mean, does she know that?
Probably, but she still blames me anyway.
She looks he looks at you he goes, should the church be concerned about this? How serious is this? How serious is this, Lisa?
She's a bit of a demon summoner. I didn't realize this at the time. I just thought she was hot. I didn't realize she was sacrificing virgin girls to keep her beauty. I just thought she was a nice lady. Find that out later.
Oh, sorry. I said Lisa, not Lisa. Alexa. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Alexa wants the jewels back.
So the mob boss, not the demon summoner.
Correct.
Got it.
That's
That's much
better.
better. Yeah.
Okay, so Alexa, different lady, different plane of existence. She's a bit of a crime lord, shall we say?
So sorry. Yeah, when the guy came out and he said Alexa wants the jewels back.
Okay. She has this thing. Well, I mean, I got into her because she would beat me bloody and let me heal myself and to beat me bloody again. It was a hell of a turn on, let me tell you. But I found out later that she was a crime boss, and the jewels, actually, I may have stolen them to donate to the church because I realized they were illicit gains. So, also, don't have those jewels, but instead of her selling them, I did.
Yeah.
That's on me, I admit that.
You're like, oh no, that one. Yeah,
one,
that's on me. That's right. Yeah. So the guy comes up, gives you this ultimatum, and then vanishes back into the crowd.
How
Yeah,
many jewels are we talking about?
I don't know, a bushel or so?
A bushel.
Just
You
as
know,
many
your
as I could
standard
carry.
measure of jewel. A bushel.
Well, I'm a halfling, so a halfling bushel really isn't all that big. Most people consider about a cup.
1 cup of jewels.
Well,
A halfling size cup or a regular size
It
cup?
comes in
it's like a
pints.
human-sized cup, halfling-sized bushel. Probably, I don't know, 20,000 gold worth or so.
Oh, lost Boomer.
that'd be
Yeah,
better.
well,
There
and
it
it's
is.
not necessarily the monetary value. It's like the crown jewels, right? It's not the monetary value of these. It's like, oh no, these are one of a kind.
Uh-huh.
Well,
like
also,
the-
it's the whole "you broke my heart" thing.
And you stole from the mob. So it was kind of twofer.
I'm just kind of surprised that they followed me here. I mean,
I'm surprised
I
they
didn't
didn't just
know I
kill
was
you.
going to be here. So, good on Alexa. She got a much better oracle. You know what? I got to stop saying that because I've got an Alexa in the back of the room and it keeps dinking and answering questions.
I have ordered you 1 oracle. No.
Yeah, but
Wait,
we should.
no, damn it.
Well, I don't have to really do anything about it until tomorrow. So I say we finish our plans for the evening, and then when we are done, we can go and let the head clerk or the first clerk know the situation and see if we can arrange for something that doesn't end with me doing a Jackson Pollock with my innards.
Imminent death. That's a tomorrow problem.
All right. Now over to. All right. So Felix is making his way back to the boat. Gaston is going about his nightly
Hedonism.
studies, as it were, in the red light district. Back to the three of you. So night is beginning to fall. It's lamps are coming alight in Waterdeep. Some of them are flame. Some of them are orbs that light up, and a few of them in some of the nicer areas, they shift colors as night, sort of as the hours go by, they change color depending on the hour, so that you know what, if you know what the colors mean, you know what time it is, where you're at. This is some of the, usually in the nicer areas of Waterdeep. In the areas where such things would just be stolen, it's just standard sort of flame, if there are anything at all. You guys are heading into not the nicest area, but definitely an area where more money is spent. And
Okay.
you are heading into where, Nico, there are places where you can get magic sort of work done, for a price.
Yeah, so I'll be leading them through the alleys or sort of down the street. So you're right. I think you can get what you're looking for in just over there, Boomer. Just go in, tell them what you want. They'll be very accommodating. I'm sure you can get something amazing, something incredible. Excuse me.
All right, so you come to this shop, and it just over the top of the door in glowing floating letters, it says arcane inscriptions, and it has there's a bunch of mystical symbols and whatnot on the outside, as well as some the Americana style pinup tattoo art. You know what I'm talking about? That 50s style. There's also some of that splash art as well.
Yeah, like Sailor Jerry style.
Yeah, like Sailor Jerry style on the outside as well.
Nice. All right. Does Nico and Skippy come in with Boomer?
You go get what you want. I'm going to go get a drink.
Okay.
Skippy will join Boomer. Kind of interested in whatever this is. New to me.
Okay, so we're gonna have Skippy. We're gonna do Skippy and Boomer, and then we'll do Nico. So Skippy and Boomer, you head in, and there's a guy. Nico has 11, and so you
11.
So you head in, and there's a guy sitting behind the counter. His hair is bright blue, and it's in it's in a mohawk, and it's bright blue, and it has little. They look they look like faceted gems, but they're glowing, like they're like sort of little lights are sort of going off, and it's rippling in like different patterns, sort of down his mohawk and back up. He also has several studs in his face right here. They look like electrum, but they have sort of like a damask, sort of like where there's sort of that blended look of like Damascus steel, but it's gold, looks like gold and silver. He has there's 5 studs, and then on his face he has a tattoo, but the tattoo it constantly shifts. It looks like Rorschach. It's just sort of like, and it looks like it's sort of rippling under his skin, like there's just sort of like, it looks like a fluid tattoo on his skin that just, it's constantly just sort of like flowing and moving. He as you enter, he looks up from his desk, like he was playing like some little game or something he's playing, and he looks up and he goes, welcome to the Arcane Inscriber. Oh, what can I do for you?
Boomer will just be looking around like.
And it's pretty standard, like, the splash art is up on the wall that, you can see, and there's a few things that are glowing, and like some of them look like just standard ink, and other ones look like they're sort of glowing and moving. That's a storm warning. Or an Amber Alert. Either way, man, watch your shit.
Volcano!
Oh, volcano!
Volcano, tsunami,
Brush fire.
earthquake.
I think that firework might have.
Good job. Go team.
Was it a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
Now all of Maui knows it's a boy.
Did you hear about that, Deb?
The island's burning in blue smoke.
Gender party started a huge brush fire.
Oh no!
I was here in California.
It was like one of the 100,000 acres or something. It was like this enormous fire.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow! I wonder what they're going to call the baby, like Smokey or something.
Ember, I think.
Mistake.
Lawsuit.
Yeah, just call it property damage.
Yeah, so Boomer will be just like looking around. He'll be talking to the guy, but not making eye contact, like, kind of window shopping. Looking ink tattoo.
Oh, you come to the right place. Also, sweet hawk, dude.
Thank you.
I also like what you've done in your beard there. He looks, he says, I could recommend, there's a shop 3 doors down. Just go in. You tell him Kip sent you. Drusilla she'll hook you up. She could give you some pretty gnarly stuff to tie to that beard, man. It's gonna look really great.
Boomer like civilization.
Kip kind of squints at you a little bit. He goes, yeah. I think I've heard of that place. That's the one over in the dock ward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the newer ones. They're open. Yeah, that's the place where you can get the drinks that change your skin color. Is that the place? Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, I think we'll probably head over there later.
Awesome.
So what can I do for you, man? Let's get you inked up.
How do I ask this? Special tattoo?
All the tattoos are special. You know, they really mean something. You gotta, you know, you gotta really think about the kind of art you want on your body, man.
Magic.
Oh, I gotcha. You want to talk to Rufus.
But also want normal, no magic tattoo.
Oh, you're here for a twofer?
Mm.
I don't know, man. That's pretty gnarly. Can you think you can handle getting two at once? They hurt a little bit.
You funny. Yeah. Boomer be okay.
Says,
So
all right.
to the dwarf with like a giant scar down his face.
Right, yeah, just
covered in
scars.
scars.
Scars all over. Like just sitting there with an axe over the big skull on it. I don't know, man. Do you think you can handle it? Yeah, man.
You think it'd be okay?
So he says, yeah, well, you know what? You caught us. It's pretty early in the night. No one's come in yet. Why don't you come on back? Let's see what Rufus is up to. Yeah, how about you, little guy? Is your friend want anything done? He's talking to you, Boomer, not to Skippy.
Skippy want work done?
What do you? Oh,
Why don't you talk to me?
Yeah, you.
so by the gods,
want a tattoo?
wow! And you see him like he gets real close. He goes, "Those are some gnarly mods.
Huh?
What kind of
Hello?
ninjas do you hang out with? Is that a polymorph gone wrong? What? That is awesome, man.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
Hell yeah! Well, look, you want to get something done? We're gonna get you pierced, get you inked. What are you into?
I like this. How are you doing that with your face?
This? Oh, Rufus did this for me. This is one of the liquid ink ones. It flows around. It goes with my mood. He says, if I get really angry and pissed off, you see it gets all spiky and jaggedy looking. But when I'm in a good mood and everything's going great, like now, everything just flows fluid. It looks really great. If I get scared, it turns all blocky.
Boomer, can you scare him?
And he goes,
I want-
what?
Pull the axe out. I'm gonna murder you all.
Right, and your axe also yells with you, and he's like, finally, murder range! At this, Kip's eyes go wide. He goes, ah! And you see the tattoo. It looks like it turns into like a brick wall on his face, like the design of like kind of a brick wall on his face.
Wow.
He goes, oh my God, what are you doing? What's going on?
Then Boomer will stop and be like, "It's okay. Like, sorry.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, okay. You're really intense. Really intense. Okay. All right. Yeah, we can.
yes, I've been in many tents.
I bet, man. I bet. All right. Let's. Wow. Okay. Come on back. You meet Rufus, and I gotta just change my shorts. Okay. Come on back. He leads you guys. He leads you guys back to the back room, and back here you can see it part tattoo studio, part sort of alchemist lab. Like there's a bunch of different inks and stuff that are sort of boiling and brewing. And there's a guy back here, Rufus, who has his hair is like neon red, like just neat, like firehouse neon red, and it's sort of combed over the side like this. It's shaved all on one side, and all of this is red on the top. And then you look closer, you see that it fades through different colors of the rainbow as it goes sort of over his shoulder and down his side, and it's fairly long, like it goes down to about his elbow. And he's back
Nice.
there working on something. He's all, "Hey, Kip, do you know where we keep the silver? Oh, hey, you guys here to get work done? Whoa, what happened here?" And he stares at you. He's staring at you again. He's staring at you, Skippy.
Hello. Nice to meet
Wow.
you.
That's amazing. Who did the work?
Thank you.
And
And
you
my
see-
parents.
And you see him flip down, like he flips down this little like monocle, and he's looking at you, and he goes,
Like, oh, do you like my
Whoa.
robes? These are from the university. Yes.
and
Do
he
we
goes,
need a deception check on that?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a deception check on the university robes.
The University of Guam, that equivalent.
Yeah, that's a pretty fat fucking lie. Rufus nods, and he goes, "Right, university." And he goes, "This is amazing." He goes, My name is Rufus." And he puts his hand out to you, and he goes, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but what are you?
So Skippy's like, I would check your hand. I think we need to keep your hands functioning as well as possible. But my name is Skippy, and I'm one of the Grung people, and I'm very pleased to meet you.
One of the Grung people. And he looks at Kip and he goes, "Man, I heard there was some show in town earlier that had something to do with Grungs." He's all, "Do you guys know anything about that?"
No.
No, we were just passing through.
Oh.
Probably one of those fake grungs, you know.
Yeah.
Someone made up to make grung look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You know what? It's pretty offensive when people try to appropriate culture like that. You know, you
Yeah.
guys should probably find whoever's running that show and say something to him."
Yeah, let us know if you hear who it was. We're on the lookout for them.
Yeah.
Kip and I will keep our eyes open, won't we, Kip? And Kip looks at him and he goes, "Absolutely." He says,
Yeah.
"Well,"
Looking balls.
"Well, Rufus, Skippy here was interested in getting one of the liquid ink tattoos. I gave him a little demonstration out there." And he goes, "Huh? A little demonstration? Yeah, that was exciting. She's interested in the liquid. I didn't catch your name, buddy."
But Boomer.
Boomer.
Windbreaker.
Oh, wow. That's a bit of a moniker. Hope it's just a clever name, huh?
Huh?
Okay. Boomer here, he's interested in he is also interested in your brand of tattoo, but he also wants some of my work done. And Rufus goes, "Oh, wow, a twofer. All right." He says, "So you want the liquid ink?" He pointing at you, Skip. He says, "Boomer, what are we talking about?"
Boomer will describe the tattoo that he wants on his back. You know, the whole backstory tattoo.
Yeah. You talk to Kip. You're talking to Kip about that. Kip's making notes and he's sketching, like, sort of as you're talking.
Yeah,
He's like
and he
kind of
wants
making
it,
notes
like,
and he's sketching to himself.
Done in kind of like a dwarven style.
Right. Yeah. And he goes,
a lot of hard edges.
Yeah. He's like, totally, man. I can totally do this for you.
Yeah, and then to the other guy with the face stuff,
Rufus.
Rufus.
So Rufus does the magic. Kip does the traditional.
Yeah, so he'll then talk to Rufus, or is Rufus asking me?
They're both sort of sitting there in front of you. Kip is now sketching after you've described to him what you want on your back.
Yeah. He'll kind of talk about, like, you know, like I go get into what is it? He'll kind of tell him like what he does a little bit.
Okay.
You know, get into fights and stuff.
Right. Yeah, he's all, yeah. He's all, probably should have known from all the scars on the giant skull axe.
Yeah, and he'll mention like how like, you know, like every now and then like some of his like party members will help him out with some magic.
Right.
And like, you know, you know, maybe something like that.
He goes, oh, yeah. So you like being able to get stuff off the top shelf?
Oh, yeah. Worst comes to worst, break shelf.
I hear you, man. I hear you. He's all, so listen to what you've been telling Kip here. Sounds like this kitty of yours. What'd you call him? The
Poomancer.
The Poomancer. Sounds like he was able to he put the made you be able to grow, and you want to be able to do that?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Top shelf, man. I got you. This is what I tell you what. I think I can do something like that. He's all, it is not an easy procedure and it is not short, but we can make it happen, man. It's a little bit pricey what you're asking for, but
That okay.
I think we can make it happen. And since you're sort of all here together, I think we can give you a little bit of a group deal on a couple of magic tattoos and a traditional.
Skippy's like interested in this top shelf stuff. Like what else can you do? I want some of this. What is this? Growing tattoos.
He says, well, I can give Boomer a tattoo. That's basically a spell that's it has a single function, and it's powered by sort of his own energy and life force. So he gets this tattoo, it goes on, he makes it work, and if he's got the energy and the strength, it won't kill him. So out of game, mechanically how the tattoo works. So Boomer will get a tattoo on his, I made this up, so we'll see how it goes. Boomer will get a tattoo. It will cover half of a limb or his scalp, sort of that size.
Scalp.
They have to shave your mohawk to put it on your scalp, though.
Nope, limb.
So they, although they are magic, man, they can help you regrow the hair pretty fast because they know how important the hawk is. So you can get it on your scalp.
Okay.
So how it works is he has the tattoo on his scalp or on a limb, except for part of the tattoo gets tattooed onto his palm. He slaps the palm onto the correct place on the tattoo. It completes the spell. He rolls it's a DC 12 Constitution check. So not a saving throw, but a check. It's a DC 12 Constitution check for the first time. If you pass, the spell functions and he can make himself grow or shrink. It's basically the enlarge or reduce spell.
Cool.
If he fails, the spell still functions, but he suffers one level of exhaustion at the end of the spell's effect. So basically, sort of canonically, what's happening is because he's not a mage or a wizard or anything. So the spell is being the energy to cast the spell. So the sort of the ritual or the the mechanics of it is happening in the rune, but it requires energy to make it work, and it's drawing that directly from Boomer himself. So when he wants to make it go, hits the thing, it will always work. Like as soon as he touches his palm to it, the magic fires. It's just whether or not he has the sort of fortitude to not be exhausted when he triggers it. So that's mechanically sort of how it works. That's sort of how the tattoo works.
So while we're sleeping,
Nice.
can we take his hand and like put it on?
Yeah.
Mage hand.
Let's
Hey, guys, watch
let's
this.
not do that when we're in tiny hut.
Yeah. So so the spell because so it doesn't require concentration. So Boomer, when he puts it on, because it's coming from the tattoo and not him, as long as the tattoo remains attached to him, it will continue to work, but he cannot end the effect. Like once it's triggered, it lasts for 1 minute, no matter what.
Nice.
Until it ends, because it's hard coded into the tattoo. So you're not really, once you trigger it, you can't control it. Like it does what it does. It's like a pre-programmed type thing.
Can I cast the opposite while he's affected by it?
What's up?
If he enlarges, can I cast reduce on him before it's up?
Yeah, technically.
Okay. Because I know it's the same spell where you're not supposed to be affected by the same spell, but they're...
Well, so that, yeah, you can't enlarge him twice.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you can even him out, basically.
And there are other, like, tattoo spells, right? Like, that do different things.
Technically, yes. I haven't made them up yet, but yes, technically.
Come on, Ed. Just give me a list of maybe 10 other spells that you've carefully thought out.
But this was something that Matt asked for, and so I cooked it up. So, yeah, we can do something like that. But basically, because I didn't like so they have them in Tasha's Guide to Everything, or Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. But the way they had them in there, I didn't like. They have them as single use, basically, where it's this thing where like I didn't care for it, man. Like where they're like, oh yeah, the spell, like it's like this magic needle. You touch it to your skin, the tattoo forms on your skin, and then you use it, and then the tattoo disappears. Like basically, you're storing spells on you, like you're treating your skin like a spell scroll type of thing. And then they had some of the spells that have like charges, and I was like, that feels so fucking clunky. Like I buy charges with like magic weapons because you're like, all right, this thing is like its own magic source. Like it has a certain amount of magic within it that you can use to cast things. And all right, that makes sense. But like the tattoo on your skin, you're like, no, man, that's part of you. Like that's your skin.
I was about to say,
try this whole.
It has to be charged by somebody after it uses it.
What's up?
I said, make it so it has to be recharged by somebody.
So so when you finish a long rest, basically you've rested, and so your the DC resets back to 12 after a long rest. But while you're until you sleep, every time you're using it, it's sucking a little bit more of your strength, a little more of your stamina out of you, to fire. So that's why the DC goes up. But it works every time. Like when you do it, it fires. It's just whether or not you suffer a level of exhaustion at the end of it.
Let's do it.
So yeah. So and he goes, all right. So to attune to it, like for him to put it on, you have to attune to it. It takes I think the D4 plus 4 hours. And you suffer 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the process of him putting this on.
Okay.
The magic ink tattoo, the liquid ink tattoo, Skippy, they can put on. It's just an aesthetic tattoo, and it you don't need to attune to it, and no levels of exhaustion or anything like that. But it's a cool aesthetic effect if you want to put it on.
Yeah, Skippy would go for it.
We can also, if you want, I'll have to think about this, but we can make like now that I'm thinking about this, we can do like a sort of an active camo tattoo, like where you can make the like basically like you put it over your whole body and it can shift to make it look like camouflage, like so it helps you like sort of blend in with your surroundings.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
We can do something.
That's
We can
cool.
do something like that. I'll have to think about the mechanics of how we want to do that.
I guess it would be less effective if you were wearing anything, probably.
Yeah. You'd
I
have to be
guess.
naked to really make it work. Like you'd
There
have
are
to have
always
no armor
sacrifices.
on for it to be like really effective.
Mhm.
But yeah, like let me.
There's a first level spell called camouflage. I think is in the druids, right? I think I had it memorized when we were doing the Living Chicago game.
Felix won't get any tattoos. His body's like a temple.
All ransacked and whatnot.
Boomer's
I think
body is
Gaston would
temple
love it.
too, but graffiti on outside.
Yeah, you have Gaston have like a holy symbol of Ogma tattooed to his chest, and a command word. It switches and does different like excerpts from the holy book.
Nice.
I imagine Nico has lots of tattoos already, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he
Yeah.
covered up the ones that said thief, criminal.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Prison
Ed,
tattoos and serial numbers.
Would these guys say anything or notice anything about the tattoos I already have? Because I have 2 already. I have
what do you have?
Well, I have the one that popped up on my chest when I brought the souls back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That says like trusted or something in Dwarvish.
Yep.
And then I have the other one on my arm of the Zentarum. Is that what it is?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've got the brand on.
Yeah.
Is that our connection?
All right, yeah. So Skippy, let me look at that this week. I'll take a look at it, and we can see what we can come up with.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I was just checking anyway that even if Skippy is naked, I only lose 1 on my AC.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
So because I only had leather armor on anyway, so that was only took me to 13, and without that I would be 12. So I'm still
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let me look into it this week, and we can see what we can do.
We got to get you some better armor.
Yeah, Skippy's actually proficient for all classes of armor, so I guess I should have kept an eye out for something a little heavier than leather.
Skippy running around in full plate.
I'm sure, grung full plate is probably pretty common.
Absolutely, yeah.
Super common.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into it. Okay, so, he goes, he looks and he goes, all right, well, materials and time. You want to get the regular tattoo? So, do you want to get the liquid ink tattoo for now? Or do you want to say that you're getting a full magical tattoo?
No, I'll go for like the full body magical tattoo.
All right, yeah, I'll work out the mechanics of it. But yeah, since you're getting a full body magical tattoo, so you will have to attune to it, and it will give you a level of exhaustion. He looks and he says, "All right, you want the regular tattoo? Couple of magical tattoos." He's like, "Yeah, I think we could probably get this done for. Oh man, it's going to be a little pricey. It's probably going to be 2,000 gold."
Okay.
How
Boomer
much
just
have we
kind
got,
of
Boomer?
takes the money. He's like, take 2,000 gold out.
Nico's crying somewhere in a bar.
All right, so
Not all of it. You got 11 copper.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so yeah, so there is. Let's see. There's. So you got 1,200 gold, and you can use. Let's see. The platinum is what? 10 gold?
Yeah, so
100.
like what, 100 would be 1,000?
10 gold, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just give him the 200 platinum.
Okay, sounds good. Does he tell me that?
Yeah, he's all, oh, we can make it simple. I'll just take this stack here, and he takes the 200 platinum.
Then does Skippy take the rest of it back?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. I will
Light enough
look
for you
up.
to carry now. If you got them to take the gold, it'd be easier to carry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll manage. Skippy needs some weight training.
Yeah, Boomer will give the rest of the money to Skippy.
So that's cool.
God, Waterdeep has not been nice to Nico's pocketbook.
I
Rough,
think there's a
man.
reason he left.
Let's see.
Nico may have overindulged a little before he left last time.
All right, so yeah, so they begin the tattoo process. So go ahead and roll a give me a roll a each of you roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
So yeah, Boomer, yours will take 5 hours. Skippy, yours is going to take 6.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, it's full body, but you know it's only a grung body, right? So it's not like it's not like you're tattooing a Goliath, right?
There shouldn't be an only in that. It's not an only a grung body.
Merely?
It's nearly a grung body.
Merely. Much better.
Yeah, so doing your whole body only takes 1 hour more than doing Boomer's scalp.
Boomer's scalp. and his hand, right?
Yeah, his scalp and his hand.
And then regrowing the mohawk.
Yeah.
Right?
So Boomer, they take your hair, they hold, and Rufus, he goes, totally respect the do, man. I totally respect the do. Don't worry, we're going to take good care of it. And he holds your, he sort of waves his hand over your mohawk on both sides, and then he rubs his hands over your scalp, and then he lifts off your mohawk, sort of just comes like it's sort of like held together, and he just takes the whole thing off in place. It maintains the shape of your head.
Just imagine doing the whole like whoop.
That alone is worth 1,000 gold.
He carefully takes it over and sets it on this like mannequin head. The mannequin head glows, and when he sets the hair on the mannequin head, you see skin form over the top of it, and your face. It takes on the look of your face on this mannequin head. And he goes, "You can see." He's all, "Now watch as I do the tattoo. You'll be able to see what it looks like on the skin."
Oh, that's smart.
So as he's doing the tattoo, you can see it form on the mannequin head, like it sort of mirrors what's going on your on your head.
Nice.
Skippy, they do the same thing to you, but it's kind of weird because they put it on like a halfling, like they have like a halfling kind of mannequin thing. So it doesn't look quite right. He's all, "Sorry, man, it's the best I can do. We've never had a grung before, but I got to tell you, this is so awesome. I get to work on it, man." He's all, and he touches your skin, and he's like, "Oh God!" And he kind of like you see him get kind of nauseous, and he goes, "Okay, gonna have to get the dragon hide gloves on." Okay.
Should have warned you about that. Sorry.
I think
you see him put on.
Yeah.
And he goes, right? didn't realize what you were saying. I thought it was I don't know, like a boundary thing, but I get you now. Quite literal. And you see, he puts on these green scaled gloves, and he's these ought to help. So they set to work. So they set to work on you two, putting the tattoos in, and getting, sort of going to work. So Kip is working on your back, Boomer, sort of putting in sort of the graphical tale of your story. Your dad is filling in bits and pieces for him. And he's like, make sure you get his betrayal of the clan perfectly. I want him to remember that.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Is Boomer's dad in the tattoo? Does he look like super handsome?
Yeah.
Yeah, he describes it and he goes, so imagine Boomer, but better. Like just all the way. So what you see here, but more
muscle, more beard.
Yeah, more beard. Like
Wouldn't that be plural?
What's up?
More beards.
Plural.
Yeah.
More beards. Yeah, more beards. Just better all the way down. All right. So
Nice.
you guys are getting work done. You're going to be there for most of the night while that's happening.
Nice.
And Skippy, you got all the currency, right?
Yeah, I looked back on the chat and took everything except, but was it 2,000, no, how much, 200 platinum or something?
You should have
Yeah.
22 left.
So it should be 22 left.
So you have
22, yeah, that's what I've taken.
Yeah, 22 platinum and then the rest, but but not
I've
the
taken the rest,
Yeah.
I've never seen numbers so big before in
Well,
I
you
didn't
should go
realize
get you
that
a
Ed had
hat.
been giving
You
us
should go
this
get you
much
a hat
cash.
too, Skippy, while you're,
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna ask them about these what were they, like dragon skin scale gloves or something?
Yeah,
you said?
dragon scale gloves, yeah.
Like these, that would be like an upgrade on my like regular leather armor, right? If I could get hold of something.
If you want to get dragon scale armor,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that would definitely be an upgrade.
That'll get rid of the
So
rest of that money.
I'm just gonna ask him. I'll be like, while they're doing the tattoos, like asking them, like, yeah, where can you get like gear like this? Is this something that is in Waterdeep? Or like, do you know anyone?
Yeah, so he will. Oh yeah, that's a legit item. Yeah, we can hook you up.
Nice.
Dragon scale mail.
Yeah, we can get you. Yeah, we can get you some dragon scale mail. Yeah, we can make that happen for Skippy.
Wow.
Cool.
Do you have to
Be
kill a
like-
dragon?
You're gonna have to kill a dragon. Yeah.
Boomer will say as he's getting tatted when he hears that, like, I killed a dragon.
And Kip goes, why didn't you say that? Man, I got room right back down here. We can put that in here.
Yeah, do that.
What color?
Did you know about the time
Green.
I ate a werewolf?
Oh yeah. Yeah, gotta get the
Also
eagle
killed
well.
a vampire.
Killed a vampire?
Yeah.
Holy. Man, you have done some stuff.
As I recall, we killed several of them, just not the one we wanted. Him, we sent someplace
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, big asshole vampire named Strahd.
Mhm.
So while you're talking about this, he gives you the name of a armorer and leather worker, Skippy, that is over in the North Ward. He gives you sort of the name and the shop that can. He's that's where I got the gloves. He says I had to kill a wormling to get these though. He's all if you wanted a full. He's all if you wanted a full set of plate. All right, he's all a full set of armor. Well, you might have to kill something bigger.
I mean, it's a grunt, so not much bigger.
Like two.
Skippy will make sure Boomer hears all the details too. Like, oh, it will only take a really strong, fierce warrior to do something like that.
Ooh.
I don't know if Boomer's strong enough to kill a dragon on his own while we sit back drinking and watching.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, so to get to get something like, just to give you a heads up, like the cost to get something like that is going to be like 20 grand ish.
Yeah.
Plus you got to kill a dragon. But we
8
can make
goals.
like
Side
Do they,
quest.
yeah, if you want dragon mail, we can make that happen.
Don't dragons have hordes? That sort of pays for itself there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the kind of dragon, depending on the kind of dragon you kill,
couldn't I kill like a baby dragon? That's like enough for Skippy.
Well, if you want the full effects, you got to kill you an adult or older.
Okay. What's the best? Because I guess Skippy would be best in like either light or medium armor, I suppose, given like that I'm doing archery mostly. What's a good? Because dragon mail is going to be heavy.
It's scale mail. I can't remember what that is. I'm guessing scale mail is heavy.
I think it's medium, actually.
Is it?
Might.
Oh, it probably is medium.
Yeah.
You get resistance against one type of damage depending on what dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get
Skippy, we should probably
advantage
think about
on saving throws against frightful presence and the breath weapon of the dragon. You also have resistance to the damage type. That's why you got to kill an adult to get if you want to get like the resistances and stuff, not just the damage resistance, but also the other stuff to it.
It's only +1 on AC though. It seems a bit lame.
Well, no, it's whatever scale mail gives you, and it's +1 armor.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
it's inherently magical.
Yeah.
So it's scale mail +1.
Right.
Plus resistances to 2 different things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Wow.
pretty good.
That sounds cool.
Look, you can dungeon this dragon. Like that's how this goes. You want dragon scale mail? We can get you dragon scale mail. You just
It's just good.
You just need to find
Skippy misses Azkan so much, so it's like it would be
And Boomer is super down
Right,
to
you're
go
all
pick a fight with a
Asgard.
dragon.
cool, right? He's all not cool. Cool.
We'll come back wearing Askern's skin armor.
It's like very insensitive.
A little big.
Probably.
resistance to salads.
It's just salad.
Resistance to cardio. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so scale mail is medium armor. It's 14 plus your dex modifier. And then the
That's
dragon
great.
scale would be 14, it'd be 15 plus your dex modifier and it's magic.
Nice.
Very cool.
I want some.
So it would give you an AC of it's 14 plus a max of 2. So this would
I
be
only have a
17.
2. Yeah. Okay.
So it'd give you
okay.
17.
That's pretty
That
good.
would be
That's
that would
awesome.
be great. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta go kill you a dragon.
They're quite easy, right? Then
Yeah.
you find
That's
them all over
where
the
it
place.
is.
Well, should or Boomer will say like, well, happen to know where any local dragons are?
And he goes, actually? And he kind of looks at Kip, and Kip's like, and Rufus goes, he looks at you, he goes, it's rumored that there's a black dragon lives over in the city of the dead. I don't know if it's true, but they say that there's a black dragon that's been looting some of the tombs and whatnot over there and getting, building his hoard just based on what the dead folks have been buried with. I don't know if it's true. That's the rumor.
Sounds like he's doing no good.
Yeah, sounds like he needs his shit fucked up.
And they go, well, if it's true that he's over there, he goes, and Kip's like, hey man, you could get killed doing something like that. Like, you guys, Rufus, come on, man. Like,
Dude, look at my tattoos.
He goes, yeah, I get you, man, but I mean, if
These-
it's true,
These are from the green dragon I killed. Points to the
and he goes,
teeth that are in his beard.
yeah. And he goes, yeah, you look, and he goes, I guess, man, but I mean, if anything happened to you guys, I don't know, man. But he says, if you do manage if there is a black dragon over there, and you manage to kill it, you come back and I'll add it to your back for free, man.
Nice. Yes. Well, even if we don't make it, we live well, we die better.
Oh man, oh, you're bumming us out, man. Come on. And Rufus goes, and Rufus is like, look, man, he's an adult. He can make his own decision. And Kip's like, man, you know how
He's not an
adventurers are.
adult.
So you can't tell him there's a black dragon looting tombs. It's like a moth to a flame. All right. So you guys, they're working on you guys getting that done. You're going to be there most of the night. Kip goes out front and sort of flips the close sign around on the, turns off the magical light on the magical script. Nico.
Yes.
So you head off to go get a drink, right?
Well, that's what I told them.
All right.
So I will.
Investments.
Yeah. So I'm going to look for the shadiest guy in an alleyway that I can find,
Okay.
and I'm going to walk up to him. And in the thieves' cant, say, I'm looking for Davil's Star Song. Can you point me in the right direction?
Give me a charisma check.
Is it going to do anything?
Straight charisma.
Oh, there we go. Oh, the first one.
Yeah. So 15.
Please.
We'll take the 15. You talk to him. You kind of give him the wiggly fingers and the right words and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. He's saying this back to you in the thieves' cant. Over that, he's
I'll be like asking for like directions to some bar or something.
Right. He's talking to you about you don't want to go there, blah blah. Anyway, under that, he tells you that Davil Star Song can be found in the Sea Ward. There's a building called Waterdeep Mercantile Limited.
Okay. That sounds generic
and
enough.
it's a front basically.
Yeah.
It is a legitimate business, but
Yeah. Well, he gives you the lowdown of where that is and the name of it and the directions.
Yeah. As you are talking to him.
Yeah.
There's suddenly this. It's not a bright light, but there is something shines on you.
Mm-hmm.
And your illusion magic fades away. Like it disappears like that.
Yeah.
You get hit on the back of the head. Boom. And you go with your 4 hit points. You go unconscious. Just before you fade to black, you hear one of the guys say, "Rosie wants a word."
Yeah.
You, just before you pass out, you think to yourself, that's strange. That was my sister's name. And you fade to black. While you're unconscious, you get a visit from the old man. He walks to, you're sitting, as you wish to be, are sitting, sort of sitting in a chair just a circle of light, and it's black all around.
Yeah.
This old man approaches you, and his face is sort of shadowy and hidden. And he approaches you, moving a little stiffly, and he says, "So, how's it going?"
You know me, always top shelf, always top of the.
Yeah, he looks at you. He waves his hand, and you appear not as what you think you look like, but what you actually look like. There's blood down the front of you. You're missing teeth, no nose. And he goes, "I got to tell you, she's getting a little anxious. Riven's still trapped in that accursed stake, and the shard of the dark god is not in her possession."
I haven't let her down yet, have I?
There are forces moving that you don't know about, and I'm afraid events may begin to outpace us.
Well, just just got this minor issue of a devil incursion to deal with. Then I'm sure we'll be right back on track.
let alone your present circumstances. Just skip it over that part.
Just the fact that I've been beaten up and kidnapped. Yeah.
So he looks at you. He looks at you. He goes, "Well, I think we need to start moving things along, don't you?"
Well, since you're clearly here to offer me the benefit of your wisdom, why don't you start giving me some ideas to work with here, rather than just turning up and criticizing all the time?
He looks. He says, "Well, that little demon incursion of yours kind of goes hand in hand. I think there's something over where they are that might help you get Riven out of that stick."
Let me guess. Yimik has something that we need.
You think a demon has something you need?
Just that.
What is wrong with you? They must have hit you harder than I thought.
I was hoping you'd say yes, just so I'd enjoy killing him even more. There we go. I guess I'll have to make do with the existing grudges.
He goes, "Well, you should want to kill him just for what he's been saying about you."
Well, I don't need too much of a reason.
You did see what was on that wall, right? The 10-story one with you getting buggered by him.
I wanted to kill him already. That's just going to make it even sweeter.
Right. He says, "No, what you need is in that mine."
Ah, the mine. You thinking of the Spellforge?
That's the one, bright boy.
Yeah. Well, that's in the possession of my allies as we speak. Once we can wrest control for our own ends, I'm sure everything will go much smoother.
Yeah. Yeah. Present circumstances are any indication. I'm sure it'll be smooth as silk.
It's going to be just fine. You watch. This is all going perfectly to plan.
You're being drugged, bloody and unconscious through alleys. Perfect. He goes, well,
You look
see that it
convinced, don't they?
does. Because I have to tell you, if things don't go the way the mistress wants, well, eternity's a long time.
Well, she's only the second dark deity to threaten me with eternal torment in the last week. So I'd say we're doing all right.
Oh, she's not the threat you have to worry about. And as he starts to talk, he starts to say more, but you see the room that you're in, like this reality that you're in, starts to flicker, and you see him moving away. You can see his mouth moving, but you can't hear what he's saying. And then you wake up to being slapped, and you are tied up. You're on sort of an X, sort of cruciform type thing. You're splayed out. And that same light that shone on you in the alleyway that melted away your illusion is shining down on you from above. And there's this massive ogre that's sort of slapping you with this massive meaty hand. And the first thing you notice about him is that he has looks like tattooed scars. Like at first you think they're scars, but then you look a little closer and they're actually tattooed scars on his face. There's one that goes up like this. There's one on the side that goes from his eye all the way back, like through the side of his head, like where a human ear would be, and then down his neck.
You should do a shout out to our audience here. You've been a great audience.
And he, this ogre, slap until he notices that you're awake, and he grabs your whole like head in his massive like meaty paw, and he sort of drags it, kind of lifts it up, and he goes, "I think he's awake, mistress." And he's spitting on you as he's talking, like, his flecks of like rotten meat and stuff are coming out of his mouth. He's like inches from your face, staring at you. He don't smell good. And like his hand feels like it's crushing your face, like this massive, like rough paw.
Can I sort of say, I need to tell you something, and sort of try and get him to come closer.
And he kind of leans close. He goes, "What?"
And then I will cast suggestion on him. And say,
so you attempt to cast a spell, and nothing happens. So the spell slot vanishes and nothing happens. And he goes, "What? What you want? Tell me."
I was like, I think you really want to help me get out of here.
And he goes, "I don't want to help you. I might eat you."
I'll just look and say, well, worth a try.
And then you see this, a distinctly feminine hand is placed on his arm. You just see the nails are expertly painted and lacquered. There are gems set into some of them. The hand itself, you notice, despite the skin is soft and the nails are well maintained and everything. You notice that there are quite a few scars on the hand. The hand, puts a little bit of pressure on this ogre. The ogre steps back, goes, "Mistress," and this woman steps forward. The woman has actual scars, not tattoos. One here and one running from her eye through her ear. The ear is ruined. You can see there's parts of it that are missing. The scar goes, sort of through there and then down onto her neck. And she walks towards you, and as she steps into the light, fully into the light, you're looking up. This is a woman that you're seeing someone that has aged. It's a face that you remember being much younger. And the last time you saw her was not under favorable circumstances.
Yeah.
And you notice a family resemblance in her face, despite the scars and despite the years. And she steps forward and she looks you right in the eye and she goes, "Dear brother, we've needed to have a chat for quite some time."
I see you've done well for yourself since we last met. It's all I could have ever hoped for you.
She steps back, and you now notice, as your senses are sort of coming online, you're naked, like completely stripped, completely naked, tied to this sort of this cruciform. And she looks at you, goes, "How dare you? How dare you speak of hope to me?" And her voice is very raspy, very rough. Probably has something to do with that scar that goes onto her neck. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Ryan. All right, so you make it back to the ship. So you come back to the ship. You're aboard Tanith. You notice that Gaston isn't there, although the two guards that Nico hired they're standing on the docks by the boat, but they are standing well away from the boat, and they look very pale, very, very pale. And they see you approaching the dock, and as you approach, they both look at the ground. They both look at the ground, and they go, excuse me, sir. Excuse me."
Yes. Look out, men.
And the leader lifts his head slightly. And he doesn't look you. He doesn't meet your eye, and he goes, "We. I don't know if we can do this anymore. I know we were paid up front. We can return the money.
What's wrong?
Your boss, the little guy. He said he was from the church, but
That's true.
he can't. There's and then the smaller guy that hasn't looked up yet, and he goes, "That boat's full of dead people."
Were you instructed to go on the boat?
The crew guy, the guy he was one of us. He said we were supposed to go. He said we could go on the boat. And then the other guy's like, "Shut up. He said, we were
Insight?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so you're as far as you could tell, these guys look like they're telling the truth, and they're pretty fucking scared. They've seen something that has clearly rattled them. Something they were not expecting. And the leader guy, the taller of the two, he says, "Look, we're not going to say a word. We're not going to say a word to nobody about whatever you guys are into, whatever you're doing. That's your business, right? That's your business. You're doing something. You got your talking your friends in there. That's fine. And you know what? We'll give you back all the money. We did a couple of days work, but that's on us. Let's call it a welcome to Waterdeep, and you do your thing and we'll do our thing. What do you say?"
That's very kind of you. I'll reach a hand out.
Yeah, he hurriedly puts what was like 120 gold.
Yeah, and I'll drop the disguise like as soon as he's about to touch it in my hand.
Yeah, it gets his hand reaches out, and the shimmer of magic leaves, and he it obviously like sort of he catches that in his periphery. He looks up and he sees your skeletal half skeletal face, the like pinpoint red eye sort of glowing at him, and you see him like lock up, like freeze with the money in his hand, and he just and then the shorter guy kind of sees that something's up, and he looks at you, and he runs.
On your
Leaves
way,
the other guy and just fucking runs. You sort of gently reach up and take the stack of coins from him, sort of take the pouch from him, and he, you kind of pull it out of his hand, and at this point it sort of breaks the spell, and he just takes off running. And the last you see, he is heading away from the dock at top speed, flank speed, shall we say, running as fast as he can up the dock, not screaming or anything. Doesn't have the breath for that. Just running.
All right. I'll ask Tanith how it went when they came aboard.
Yeah, you come aboard. And you're like, "So, any visitors? What's up?" And Tanith, you hear this. You hear a chuckle from many voices. Like you hear the crew laughing, and there's sort of a clicking of teeth from from the actual oarsmen, and you hear the chorus of laughter, and then the voice of Tanith says, "A couple of those jokers came aboard. I think they were looking to loot the place, but wow, they came below decks, and we gave them a little bit of a gave him a little bit of a greeting, didn't we, boys? And you hear, just this chorus of laughter coming from the tech. He goes, never seen somebody turn that white before. Well,
Apart from
I
you,
guess-
Bones.
I guess we're kind of that white, aren't we, boys? And you hear, and clearly, talking to Tanith, you see that the personalities, now that they're interacting and talking to you, the personalities are becoming a little more distinct, like who the captain and the crew. You're still always talking to the captain, but the ship is becoming a little more aware of itself and sort of their new sort of form and position in life.
Well, I'm glad you guys got a laugh out of it, and hopefully we won't be having any more visitors on board that we invite in.
I almost hope that we do. That was pretty funny, lads. And the aye. It says,
All right. So tomorrow I invited some more people to come in. So I think
this will be funny.
you guys just pretend that you're inanimate, whatever, and then wait till a minute or two goes by, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is boring," and then you can spring it on them.
Oh, what do you say, lads? And they go, and you see them. They all kind of go limp, like all the bones. They sort of go limp at the seats.
No,
and then
tomorrow.
They all kind of pop up. They're all and, you hear the voice from all the thing, and like they all laugh. And they go, oh, this is gonna be great. and then you hear sort of chuckling, and then the captain's voice goes, "What about supplies to refit us?"
I made quite a big score today. I'll be going out tomorrow to go buying some sails and any other ship-ly stuff we need.
Excellent. This will be perfect.
Yeah, so tonight we'll just have I'll be in my room reading and praying, as that's something I haven't done in quite a while. I got some more intel on my my home order, but tomorrow I'll be going out in the morning to look for some shiply stuff.
Our thanks to you, Felix. Our thanks to you.
Yes.
You want any company?
Sure.
Excellent. Wow. He says, not for tomorrow. He says, I mean tonight in your room. You
Oh, that's what I assumed you were talking about.
Yeah. He says, you up for a game of game of stones?
Sure. Test on. Yeah.
He says, there should be a board. If you go into our old cabin, there should be a stones board hidden in the there should be a stones board in the chest that's built into the bench. Lift the seat. There should be a stones board in there.
All right. I'll head in.
And he goes, wait, hold on. And you get this feeling of sort of concentration from the you can almost feel the air sort of get thicker, and the seat on the bench lifts.
Sentience.
And he goes, we've been working on that, lads? And they go,
I love it.
And he says, look in there. There should be a stones board. Is there a stones board? I can't quite see in there yet.
Do I see it?
Oh yeah, you go in there, and yeah, there's the leather casing and stuff that was on it has sort of rotted away, but you can see there's a slate stones board, sort of a checkered board, and the stones are in there. These they're like these polished marble
Okay.
playing pieces.
Yeah, I guess I'll start playing stones with the ship.
Yeah. So yeah, you go back. You go back to your cabin, and he tells you where to move. Sort of what he's all. I'm working on it. I think we should be able to manipulate things that are on board if they've been on long enough. But I don't know. We're working on it. We're working on it, Felix.
Well, let me know what I can do to help.
Wonderful. So you spend the night playing with Tanith, playing stones with Tanith. He's not too bad for a boat. It does okay. I mean, you win more games than the boat does, but the boat's just happy to play,
Yeah. Well, I also imagine this has been the happiest
all right.
I've been in quite a while, too.
Wait, say it again.
I said I imagine this is the happiest Felix has been in quite a while as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're feeling pretty good. You've done some good works. You're finding out a little bit about what happened to your order and yeah, you're not doing too bad in terms of a road to redemption. All right, Gaston.
After my evening of research, shall we say,
Sure.
I'll have to heal myself up before the research starts because otherwise I might not survive.
Right.
So once we finish that, Josiah and I can head back to the Temple of Ogma and see if we can't have a chat with the first clerk there and discuss my current situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you talk. So yeah, you go to Ragam. You talk to him, and you're kind of like, "Hey, we need to have a quick chat." Josiah's like, "There might be trouble. We should talk privately." Ragam says, "Of course, of course. What seems to be," and he leads you over. It leads you into his office. He says, "What seems to be the problem?"
Well, one of my ex-wives seems to have sent a, how should we call it, a fixer, maybe, a high-level summoner wizard type person to retrieve some jewels that I donated from her vault to the Temple of Ogma.
She's upset about a donation that you made?
Well, she didn't agree to the donation, despite the fact that it was a very important donation to make. She is probably still a very powerful crime lord, and she seems to have followed me across a few planes of existence and is looking for the jewels back. I may have stolen the family heirloom jewels and pawned them.
Oh no.
She was doing really bad things, and I figured this was a way to make up for it.
Oh.
I probably should have asked first, but I figured better to ask for permission. No, ask for forgiveness than permission.
I see. So you've donated stolen items to the church. And these items were stolen from her?
Yeah, she stole them from somebody else. I stole them from her. I sort of like moved it along.
Ah.
I can't really say they were stolen. She sort of murdered the people they used to belong to and then just said, hey, look, these dropped on the ground and took them.
What line of work was she in precisely?
Protection racket, mostly.
Racket?
Yes. Pay me money or your building will get destroyed. protection racket.
She was involved in organized crime.
She was technically the boss?
Oh,
Oh, good.
oh. And now she's found you. Here, you say?
Probably. She has at least sent somebody here.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And I'm guessing you don't have the items in question.
Oh no, I donated them like 6 planes ago.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Oh wait, hold on. Things got advanced a little bit. 7 planes ago.
Been playing. Oh, my. Do you think the temple is in danger? Or any of the librarians here? Are they in danger?
Not as long as I can return the jewels.
But you say you can't get them.
Nope,
So we're in danger.
probably. But more me than you guys.
I see.
So you guys have teleportation circles here, right?
We have a few to
Hey, maybe
move
I can just
to
bounce
different
back and forth.
temples.
I can just bounce back and forth through a bunch of different temples, cast non-detection on myself, and just disappear.
I
See the world a
see.
little bit.
But if she comes here
Be honest and
and
tell me where
wants
I went.
to know,
Be honest. Tell her where I went.
She sounds
Knowledge
like
is
an
important.
understanding kind. Probably definitely won't kill any of you to make an example.
and he said, he looks at you and he says, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can allow you to use our teleportation circles for this
Oh.
purpose. I will have to consult the head librarian, because you could put all of us in danger through this.
Oh, absolutely. She's kind of crazy. She'll beat the shit out of you.
Right. I see.
She doesn't usually kill. She asks because dead people don't usually give money. So she'll usually just beat you up and ask you for money. Me, she might kill. Maybe not. She might just beat me pretty badly a couple times. And the naked sex is going to be awesome.
Why would you know what? Okay. Look. Let's for now, I'll have to ask you to return to your ship. The scribes have been speaking to him, and of course we will help to provision you and to outfit your ship, as you said. We've spoken to Tanith, and he has agreed to fly the colors of Ogma. If we agree to help to outfit the ship.
Excellent. Hey, do you happen to know a really good mercenary company that specializes in anti-mob boss activities?
Well, you can speak to. He sort of he scratches his head. He says, "Now, you'd want to probably talk to the Zentarum. The Zentarum would have mercenaries for hire. I have heard rumors that they've done some shady things in the past, but they do offer legitimate services and mercenary companies."
Could you loan me a guide or at least a map to get there?
Of course. And he says, Josiah will speak up at this point. And he says, "I'm still staying with you, Gaston. I'm not going to leave
Excellent.
you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you in the lurch on this one. I of course will stay with you. I can show you where the Zentarum are, where their mercenary companies are headquartered.
Excellent. I shall follow your lead.
And the first cleric will tell you. He says, "Again, I apologize about this, Gaston, but I must think of the safety of those in this temple and the knowledge contained within."
Oh, absolutely. I totally understand. No judgment.
And he says, "Very good." He says, "Josiah, please watch out for him. When this is all cleared up, you will have to return and tell us what has happened."
We'll draw lots of pictures.
So you and Josiah head back to the ship. Last night you were able to pick up a magic cock ring. That it does. It helps with stamina.
Does he end up with
endurance.
exhaustion too?
What's up?
Does he end up with one level of exhaustion after using it?
Yeah, you can. It turns out like it will keep you functioning unto death, as it were.
Yeah, my other one wore out, so.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're probably more worried about friction than exhaustion
I'm a healer.
at a certain point. So, you know.
Does it have other augmentation to it? Because, you know, you can't really, I mean, your leg works fine for an ogre, but having augmentation for size and shape is also very important.
Yeah. Why not? We'll say it does.
Excellent. I just now have a brand new piece of what the fuck is that on your character sheet for equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll work you up something custom. Give you a magic cock ring.
All right, works for me.
What's up?
I said, that works for me.
All right, so you and Josiah head back. The following morning, you sort of wake up after talking to the first cleric. You're heading back to the boat.
Oh, what does the tracking tooth tell Boomer about what's happening to Nico?
Doesn't care right now.
Yeah, so you feel sort of this buzzing in the back of your head, Boomer. But
I ignore
there's been a emotionally. So you're getting this tattoo sort of like, you know, seared into you. So it's a little bit hard to concentrate on this. But now it's, you know, sort of in the morning. You and Skippy have gotten the tattoos. You probably got a little drunk afterwards.
Doesn't take much for Skippy.
Right. You're heading back towards, you know, you guys are heading back towards the boat, and you're able to sort of, you know, you're picking this up in your head. You know, you're sort of feeling the Nico vibe. Your Nico sense is tingling. There's a wide range of emotions sort of going through Nico's head at the moment. He is also in a not insubstantial amount of pain.
Do I have a general idea of the direction, maybe?
You do. Oh. You also, while you were out last night, you also were asking about, you know, after you got your tattoo, drinking and whatnot, you said, we're going to go get into some good fights. They told you about there is an underground sort of fight club. It's this underground pit that you can go and fight in.
Nice.
And if you do well, you can get money.
How does that sound, Skippy?
I think it sounds good for you.
So they told you. They told you that this sort of these pit fights were run by a group called the Marked.
Marked. All right. Skippy.
Oh,
I
you
guess.
and Skippy both have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Skippy would be like, yeah, Boomer sounds good, but not tonight. Oh, I just want to go lie down. Like Skippy's just stumbling around, a bit drunk.
Yeah, it's early morning. Like the sun hasn't quite come up yet when you guys are stumbling back, but I mean it's definitely threatening the horizon.
Skippy would be trying to play on the flute, like.
Yeah. Is there something, Ed, you could have me roll to decide if Boomer goes and helps Nico, or decides F that guy?
Yeah, give me a wisdom check.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be helping Nico. You want me to roll just straight up, or?
Yeah,
depends whether a wise man would help Nico or not, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure which way this one goes.
Yeah, you're like, he's probably got, he's probably visiting old friends or something.
All right.
You don't make much of the feelings in your head. Like you're like, yeah, he's not dead. I don't know.
He's in pain. He's probably visiting old friends.
I guess we head back to the boat then, or no? Yeah, we head back to the boat, right? And then we'll do some Fight Club stuff.
Yeah, I would want to have a rest and a little swim.
Yeah, that sounds like the thing we're gonna do.
Yeah. All right. So you guys head back to the boat.
Such a nice time.
We had a great time.
Yeah. So you head back to the boat. Felix, you are dimly aware of them coming back onto the boat. You sort of get woke up a little bit, and Tanith goes, "Shh, it's okay. It's just."
Oh, and I got my mohawk back, right?
Oh yeah. So after the tattoo finished, after they finished putting the tattoo, and they kind of showed you how it works. They're like, okay, here's the thing. They're all, you put it here to get bigger. Put it back here to get smaller.
Oh, so cool. Skippy would
Nice.
keep you like, Boomer, do the big one again. No, do the small one. No, do the big one.
Boomer goes up, Boomer goes down, Boomer goes up.
And Skippy's like playing on the flute, like with the robes, skipping along, like, the big.
Skippy starts playing like do 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 do.
So you're probably thoroughly exhausted by the time you get back. You're sitting there messing with this thing. You guys get back. You get back to the boat. As you're going on, Tanith whispers, "Welcome aboard. Good night, huh?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Skippy, are you naked?
Oh yeah.
Like if you got your if you got your skin camo tattoo on?
I think I would be lording up this new tattoo as much as possible, I think.
Yeah. So you come back naked. Boomer comes.
But no, but with the robe, like with the
Oh
billow.
yeah,
with
no, you still got the scholar robe on. Yeah, so you got the scholar robe, but naked grung underneath.
Yeah.
That's,
you come back.
that's an awesome image.
Yeah, you come back and
Dignified.
you've got it like billowing out behind you and whatnot. And the ship's like, oh, good night. Like,
Winnie the Pooh had a cloak of billowing.
right? Yeah, like nothing says
More like
good night.
Piglet, I guess.
Yeah, nothing says good night like coming back naked with a velvet robe and a new tattoo. Like that is.
Yeah. Just need a traffic cone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you come back and Tanith whispers to you, good night. And he says, all right,
Really?
Felix is asleep.
What? What did you say?
Is Boomer gigantic right now?
The boat's like.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you can be.
Ooh.
Tan's like, whoa, big guy. We might want to have you just sleep in the cargo hold. What do you say?
It's getting real low.
Yeah.
Is there like are there any rules about getting these tattoos wet? Because like Skippy would want to go and like get in a barrel or something if getting wet.
No, the magic tattoos are fine. The traditional one, it could get infected, but the magic tattoos are sort of like burned into your skin and sort of sealed in.
Cool. Okay, then Skippy would like find a nice barrel and like get some seawater or something and just like snuggle in for the.
You've got fresh water. You got fresh water aboard. You've had an accommodation sort of made for you. Like that's where you kind of sleep and whatnot. So like it's like it says Skippy's barrel. Just make sure no one drinks out of it or anything.
Yeah. Boomer will attempt to go below deck and be quiet.
Go give me a stealth check.
Right.
At disadvantage.
I figured. Disadvantage.
And this is because you have one level of exhaustion, so 9. Yeah, wow. You're not super quiet. You're pulling that you're pulling like the hatch cover off. It's just clattering around, and your Tan's like, I'll get it. Just stop. I'll get it. Stop.
And each time Boomer is making like noise, Skippy's like.
Yes.
Worst housemates ever.
Yeah, Tanith is like, I'll get the hatch. No, Boomer, you don't have to. Just, oh God, just lay down. Just lay down. Sleep.
I'm casting deafness on myself, like,
Yeah, you're just all, nope, bazap.
I wish I could have done that at uni.
Tanith's wishing it had ears. It's like, I don't, God, like I can't. All right, all right. So yeah, you finally like, you do that thing where you're like, hold on, let me get, and you like lift the hatch off, and you're trying to like get down into the hold, like through the cargo loading thing, but you slip and fall and just sort of like face plant onto the deck, shakes the whole ship super loud. Skippy's. And you just sort of fall. You hit the deck. Like a 2 Mississippi later, there's this. You cut a super loud fart as you shrink back to normal size. It's just all whoomp. As you shrink back to normal size. Skippy, you are sitting on the edge of your barrel. You think this is hilarious. You lean back laughing, but fall back into your barrel and then just sort of like fall asleep. As you,
legs up.
Legs up. Yeah, legs up. Like you just fall, you pass out in the barrel.
Well, I'll ask Tanith, like, are you sure everything's all right?
Tanith's like, it's fine. It's fine. I fixed the hatch. Boomer kind of made a mess. Not all of that was dry. But I think we can hose it out in the morning. And Skippy, and he goes, Skippy can breathe underwater, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, she should be fine.
We'll find out soon enough.
Boomer's just gonna sleep where he landed.
Oh yeah, just yeah.
What are Skippy's like leg tattoos doing now? Does it just
Oh
look like...
yeah, so the liquid, like you're out like this, and the liquid ink is just sort of is just rippling every like in time with the like, so there's bubbles that are coming up with your snores, so it's like, and then like that, and they're like the liquid is just sort of rippling on your legs as you go. So like when you breathe in, it goes up, and then when you breathe out, it goes down. It ripples down your legs.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool looking. All right, so
Like a lava lamp.
Yeah.
morning arrives on the ship. Felix, you're just waking up. Boomer and Skippy, you're still passed out. Gaston, you are making your way with Josiah to the ship. You arrive on the ship. Tanith greets you with a hearty but muted good morning.
Hey, are you feeling okay? You're awful quiet this morning.
Yeah. So, I think Boomer and Skippy tied one on last night. They had quite a good night ashore. The grung came back naked and graduated, apparently. So, must have been a good night. Boomer farted himself small and made quite a mess in the deck, in the cargo hold. So, welcome up, Felix. Felix is in the galley making breakfast.
Head to the galley.
This sounds the most normal part.
You're like,
The
I will
necromancer
choose.
is making breakfast.
I will choose that one.
So walk into see Felix and say, okay, just to be clear, what?
And Tanith goes, I told him about Skippy's graduation and Boomer's small fart. No,
Those are never
farting small.
I'll go to Gaston. Like, look what Tanith has been working on. Like, can you show him? Like,
And he goes, oh yeah. And Gaston, you feel that sort of like thickening of the air, like that is concentration in the ship. And the cabinets on the two of the cabinet doors inside the galley go and open up.
Oh shit! Hey, we gotta talk. I'll show you what I know about because I've got TK, so we can talk and I can tell you how I use it. Maybe it'll help you out. Give you some tips and tricks.
he's
Amazing.
this is
Yeah.
going to be amazing.
And then give him a high wall, like a high five on the wall.
Yeah, you slap the wall. You slap the wall, and you hear the crew kind of cheer.
Excellent.
Yeah, ha.
So, in other news, one of my ex-wives may have chased me down and located me here on this plane, and she may or may not be quite cranky with me for stealing the family jewels she murdered people for.
Since we're talking about finances, apparently the crew you hired last night, or when we got here, has decided they no longer want to be employed, but they were willing to give half of the money back.
No. Okay. Well, they just do the 2 or the 3 days, so that's fine. We just need to hire some other people. So when you have the time, could you go hire some official dock guards for the boat?
I don't think we'll be needing those.
Actually, with my ex-wife prowling, she may or may not have at least one summoner magic type caster who may or may not want to slaughter me and everyone around me. So having extra guards is probably a good thing.
You mean fodder?
Yeah.
Well, hire good guards.
We
Or
need
you
them
can
to
hire a
survive at
bunch
least
of
one
Nico's
round.
associates and we can use them as fodder. I'm good either way.
Well, I was heading into town to pick up some stuff for Tanith here to outfit the boat.
Hey, before you go, hook up with the Temple of Ogma. I arranged for them to do some of the outfitting too, so let's not cross purposes here.
Have you told them what do I need to tell them to make sure that they know I'm with you?
Hand them my holy
That's
symbol.
going to get you all killed.
Hand them my holy symbol. Say, there you go.
All right.
They'll recognize it.
Stop there first.
Dig in my bag,
Just
pull out my
imagine
spare holy symbol.
Felix going to like pick up the holy symbol, like.
No. I'm
Fine with it now. Last week it would have been all over, but this week he's fine.
Well, I also have the acolyte background, so I was raised in a church. I mean, it's the house of the undead, though, so it's a little bit different, but...
No judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right.
Extra guards would be good, if nothing else, to slow down the onslaught so that we can organize, because we sometimes take a while to organize.
So you're going to bed, I take it, because you just got back?
Sure, that works.
All right.
Well, technically, so you slept last night, Gaston.
Oh, then I'm fine. No. And,
Yeah,
by
you
the
woke
way,
up in
I'm
the morning.
fully
Yeah,
armed
you.
again.
Yeah, I
Fully
mean, you
armored.
did your nightly sort of thing, and you slept at the Temple of Ogma, and then you talked to the first cleric in the morning, and he was like, "You got to go."
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So,
I don't want to cause them any problems. I mean, they funded quite a bit of my entertainment and exploration. So,
so there will be some people from the Black Staff coming in, or the magic magistrates.
Yeah. So the Tower of the Blackstaff, the right.
What did you do?
Rightful order of mages and protectors.
They're just gonna come look at the boat, and then I was gonna let them peek at the artifacts that we're holding.
Okay.
At this
Remember,
point, Tanith
doesn't like the poking.
Pipes up. He goes, "We've got a trick we're gonna play on him. It's gonna be great." And the crew, you hear the crew go, "Yeah."
Can I help? Can I join in?
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey."
Fill 'em in, Tanith.
He goes, "Come down to the hold. We'll show you. Come down to the hold." Yeah. He says, "Come down to the whatever the fuck the deck is where they row."
The crew deck.
Yeah.
Gaston fills up a plate of food that Felix made for himself and walk down to the crew deck, nomming as I go.
Yeah. So you walk down to the crew deck, and all of the skeletons are like slumped over in the bench, and they look quite, sort of inanimate, and they're just kind of slumped over the oars, and none of them are moving.
You guys need a power up?
And as you walk, and as soon as you say something, they all pop up and raise their hands, and they click their teeth and kind of rattle their fingers, and they go, "Ha!"
That's it. Innocent little joke.
They go, we think we'll scare the guys on that come in to visit. It's gonna be great, huh, lads?
Pause with a mouthful of whatever, like pancakes that Felix was making. Going, excellent. Start looking around for a place that I can look dead.
Yeah, so I'll let them know they're going to come by. I should be back to open up the crates, but just entertain and install them if I'm not back before then.
Okay. So the guys that are coming to from the Temple of Ogma to outfit, they should be here mid-morning-ish.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to go seek them out.
No, yeah. So you were gonna have to go to the one of the shipyards to an outfitters, but Gaston was like, "Yeah, look, the church is gonna finance this thing, but we just gotta fly colors." But Tanith is fine with this. He's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of down. The crew's kind of down with this whole Ogma thing."
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Ogma's all about learning. So, know more, be more.
Yeah. All right. So at this
I got a
point,
shot.
Skippy and you can if you want to. Like if you want to go and look for anything special, you absolutely can. But they're coming like they're gonna outfit with like new sails. They'll probably redo the crew like where you guys sleep with fresh mattresses and things, food. They'll restock the galley. They're gonna throw some food in there.
But that's what I need to be there for, right?
No, you don't need to be there for that. They kind of know what they're doing, and the boat kind of knows boat stuff.
Like, no. I want the softer rope. That's
Right.
important.
Tighter.
Hold on. Turn my windlass, young man. Turn my windlass.
I guess just check out a shop for stuff that I wouldn't, just because I'm out, kind of. Nothing in particular, just to kill some time till they come in the afternoon.
Okay. Are you looking for stuff for you for the boat?
No, just waste some time. Nothing really.
Okay. All right. So at this point, Skippy and Boomer, you two kind of rouse yourselves. You finished a long rest, so your exhaustion is gone. You wake up. Your skin, where the tattoos are, is a little bit tight. It's a little bit, it feels a little odd, and you definitely feel you're a little bit tired as the tattoo kind of settles in and kind of takes hold. But other than that, you feel okay. And the tattoo, amazingly, isn't. It's not like a normal tattoo. Like it doesn't look like red or raised or anything like that. Like Boomer's back, it looks like it got poked with a bunch of needles. The thing on your scalp or entire body, as it were, it feels more it's more of you feel it more spiritually than you do physically. Like you can feel this thing sort of taking hold, and there's a part of you that is sort of being it's interacting with the weave, and neither one of you has really ever felt that before.
Nice.
I think.
Do I still
Boomer,
feel
you wake up in a pile of shit, and Skippy, you wake up sort of legs up in a barrel.
Just like most mornings.
Right.
Is my barrel near to Boomer's shit pile?
No, your barrel is like in the same hallway where the crew quarters are.
Oh, okay. But can I see on my arms like the tattoo, what the tattoo does?
Yeah, well, like I said, I'll have to like think about fully what it does, but basically you sort of what I'm thinking about is that you can use it to kind of blend into your surroundings, where as long as you don't move, you can, like a chameleon kind of thing.
Because if Skippy could see it already, then I think like I would just like be sitting in my barrel, like moving my arms in front of stuff, like like that. I would probably spend most of the day just like standing in front of things and watching what happens.
Oh yeah, okay. You can do you can just sit there, so you're just sitting there like just fucking with this tattoo.
Yeah, I've probably got a bit of a headache, so I guess that's what that would be a good hangover day activity.
So the boat will mention to both Felix and Gaston, like when you guys were in the galley, the boat will mention Tanith, and you can hear the wink. He says, Tanith never came back to the boat last night. He never came home.
Out of his nature.
I was about to say, isn't this his hometown? He's probably visiting friends.
Do I still feel the like?
So you no longer sense that he is in pain. There's still sort of a wild range of emotions. Every now and again, they go completely quiet. You think that he's passed out, and then they kind of come back.
I will tell the boat to check with Boomer, as he's known him much longer than anyone else has.
Okay.
Nico, Tanith.
Yeah, so Boomer, when you're sort of awake and you're kind of like coming to in your shit pile, Tanith goes, I don't mean to pile on to a hangover, but if you could hose out the mess you made here, that would be I'd be much obliged.
Oh, fancy ship.
Well, we don't want shit in us.
All right.
Tanith will go, your buddy Nico didn't come home last night.
Buddy.
Oh, I thought I saw you leave with him yesterday. You seem to have a kind of a scheme worked out with him. I thought you and the frog were.
No scheming.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Oh. All right. I thought ye could. Well, never mind. But anyway, he didn't seem to return last night. I thought I'd let you know. Felix told me to tell you. Hey, I think Felix left some breakfast for you in the galley. After.
Boomer will clean up the mess.
Boomer
Best of his abilities.
Clean up the mess. Yeah, so you find some scooping and shoveling, mopping implements, and you manage to kind of scoop and shovel and mop until things are more or less clean. Takes a little longer for the smell to dissipate.
So I was wondering if you could probably bring along some like acid barrel water to help with any of the difficult.
Oh yeah, you dilute some of your acid. Dilute some of your acid. You're like, yeah, just go ahead and spread this around. That ought to clear things.
It'll at least disguise the smell.
Boomer will then after that eat some breakfast and then see if Skippy wants to come with him to go searching for Nico.
All right. Are you gonna check out any of the pit fights?
I wanna go and check out this this armorer guy as well and see if we can hear anything about this black dragon.
Yeah, sure. Nico could wait.
All right.
We can, it's all on the list.
All right. Back to Nico. So Nico, you've had a very long night.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out
My sister's not pleased to see me.
Your sister, Rosalina, is her name. Everyone, you call her Rosie, and some of the people that are close to her call her Rosie. She is not pleased with you. Did you want to share with the group what the last time you saw her?
So Nico remembers having maybe lost some money in some gambling scheme that he thought was foolproof.
Oh, kind of like your circus.
Yeah, he's got form,
we didn't lose any money at the circus.
Well, you know,
Nico
so-
did. Nico lost a shit ton of money at the circus.
Yeah, these guys sort of ran him down into an alley. Basically, him and his sister were running, and then essentially, since he had nothing else to offer them, they took her as collateral until he could pay up.
And you ran out of town?
And then he decided that, you know, maybe paying up wasn't his top priority after that.
Oh shit.
promptly fucked off, joined a mercenary company, and never looked back.
Hard.
I mean, like Boomer, like his backstory is pretty fucked up, but I mean, at least he had good intentions.
Yeah.
I think I
So,
was going to pay it back one day.
Yeah,
So-
Gaston's backstory is just lecherous.
Rosalina is not pleased to see Nico.
Wow, weird.
So she has sort of spent the night having you endure various forms of discomfort, we'll say. She is also you hear snatches of conversation that you hear one side of it, but it sounds like she is talking about selling you. There are a few people in town that are interested in acquiring you for debts owed. And she is, you get snatches of conversation that she is in negotiations. You know, there's basically a bidding war for what's left of your carcass. There's sort of a bidding war going on for what's left of you, for the people, you know, the few people in town that you owed money to or wronged or whatever. The last time you skipped town.
Good.
But you also hear her talk about, you know, after she's done talking with people, you hear her talking to a few of her lieutenants, and she goes, I just might keep the piece of shit myself for my own entertainment. I don't know. We'll see. The bidding is getting quite high. But, well, I don't know. It would be nice to see him squirm. Him on the hook for once, instead of everyone else. And that is where we will stop for the night.
Awesome.
Everyone
So,
else had a great